Yes. So today we are going to discuss GS paper 4. Yes. So till now we have completed paper 1, paper 3. All have attended all the classes, no? Yes. So we'll discuss ethics. Before this, let's try to give some orientation for ethics paper, and then we'll discuss the answers. Yes. You have the syllabus with you? Yes. So what is the name of the paper? Ethics, integrity, and aptitude. See, among the 4 papers in GS in mains examination, one of the area or one of the paper where you will be required to study less, but you have the ability or potential to score maximum marks even better than GS paper, means that is paper 4 paper for that matter. But what is the problem is many of the students take it for granted and they don't actually practice what they think. Is it clear what I am saying? Because ethics here, you need to write generally many examples from your life, and in addition to that you can have the liberty to write answers in your own way how you are understood. This paper is you have the full liberty compared to other papers. So you know what is the meaning of ethics, integrity and aptitude, right? Yes. So ethics, there is a difference between ethics and morality. What is the basic difference? Morality means it's something which is applied to individual or personal level. See, he might be thinking something as good. You might be thinking something as the same thing. What he is thinking might be bad in your perception. That is your moral value and his moral value. According to him, it might be correct. See, for him, for somebody telling a lie in some difficult situation, it is good according to his moral value. But for another person at any place, you should not tell lie. That is his moral value. So if you ask him whether you are morally good, means the person who tells lie in difficult circumstance, what he will say? He will say, yes, I am morally good only. To the another person who considers very strict application of moral values will say, he is not morally good. Are you getting it? So moral values keep changing to individual to individual. But societal values are there, no? That is, as a society together, we accept something. What are those things? See, for example, in the traditional society, we did not allow women to go for education. We did not allow widows to remarry. We did not allow women to go for employment. Is it or not? So, but today is it changing or not? Society, the way how it is applying the rules. Like, these are not strict ground rules. Every time what the society thinks something is right or something is bad, those are referred as ethics. Are you understanding? Morality is applied at individual level, whereas ethics is applied at societal level. Society will decide. For example, in case of Haryana, there is a practice of Kap Panchayat. Have you heard Kap Panchayat? Yes? Very famous and very controversial, which often comes in newspapers. See, these Kap Panchayats, they consider themselves as another extrajudicial body. What they do in Punjab, Haryana region, still these people, they practice, especially among the caste which is called as Jat caste. Jat. Yes, so they practice this. What they do, still they come out with their own decision. Somebody who is marrying outside their Jat caste, they will be strictly punished and they will be asked to leave the village. But as per our Indian law and constitutional values, you cannot do that. Is it or not? So where they get this power? Constitution does not give power. No laws and rules are, nobody has given power. From where they took power? Based on but their ancestral, across society, across generation, they have built that power. Is it or not? So they are trying to dominate the society in the name of Ka Panchayat. But the problem like this keeps coming. So they will dictate what is right, what is wrong. In that society, that is dictated. But in general, overall society will agree to something is good, something is bad. For example, during COVID times, the society has agreed, Indian society also, during lockdown, coming outside, roaming outside during lockdown time is bad. But in normal times, you can come out. Is it or not? So at times, we consider, we don't know what is good, what is bad is dictated by the society at different points of time. But what is the difference between then ethics and law? Law means if somebody is violating something, suppose if you are not wearing helmet and going, then what they will do? What is it punishable? Fine is there, right? But ethics, ethical value, if you don't follow means punishment is not there. But only thing is the way the people treat you in society will differ. Are you getting it? Social pressure may increase on you. So in that way, they will make you to do what they want to do. Is it clear? So this is a basic difference. And integrity, I already told you what is the meaning of integrity. Integrity is the ability to follow rules even when no one is seeing you. That is, in a normal daytime, if you are following the traffic rules, that's fine. But even during night time, if you are following means, salute. Those are the persons who are integral persons, very rare to find in today's society. Is it or not? So, integral persons are always in high demand in civil services also, or in any profession also. Then coming to that, aptitude. So, what is aptitude? There are two things. One is aptitude, another is attitude. Yes? So what is aptitude? Aptitude is the potential. What potential ability you have. Attitude means how you look at things. So more you will study in ethics paper. I am just giving you that meaning of this subject so that let's start discussing the answer. You should have some idea when we discuss. Is it clear? I will try to do that. There are still some terminologies which are used in this question paper. We'll try to decode it in a simple manner. Even because when you write answers also, you should write in a simple manner only. No need to use any very tough or like what to say, any big jargons, terminologies are not at all required. A simple, like normal English is enough to fetch maximum marks in ethics paper. So ethics paper, it consists of two things. Kindly note it. There are two sections. Generally in first three paper you don't have sections. Completely all the 20 questions will be given to you. But in case of ethics paper, we have section A. And then we have section B. So if you see, section A will have actually two types of questions. One is, you can say, static questions. That is, static questions are picked directly from your syllabus. Some current affairs inspiration will be there. Some current affairs based inspiration will be there, but it will be picked from directly from your syllabus. And other type of question they ask is quotes based question. Quotes based question. Here they will try to give the famous quotes of big personalities like Mahatma Gandhi ji, Rabindranath Tagore, Swami Vivekananda, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Winston Churchill. They have asked all these personalities in the past. Even this year we will see one Vivekananda quote, one quote from Swami Vivekananda, and one more they also asked this year. So famous, that is Mahatma Gandhiji's quote. So generally they pick questions from famous personalities only. But what they will do here is they will ask you to like explain the meaning of the quote in the way how you are understanding in today's context. I will come to that, how to manage those questions. And when you come to case studies, so generally case studies will have 6 numbers. Every year they will ask you 6 case studies. Each case study will carry 20 marks. So 120 marks for section B. So section B will have 120 marks. Section A will have how many marks? Have the question paper with you, count down and check. So section A is 130 marks. So overall, again, same. All GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4 all carries 250 marks. But the most easiest aspect, but it requires some sense of common sense. Not in the way how you use common sense for first 3 paper. Here you require enormous practical experience. If you have a sense of maturity in your thinking, you will be easily fetching more marks than your competitors. Are you getting it? So this is a paper where you can show, you can be very bold in your opinions, thoughts. So this is the easy paper, but you should have the correct way of approach. See, the practicality is one thing usually students will be missing in case of case study segment. Even today, this year if you see, they have asked case studies from different types. Among the 6 case studies which we are going to discuss today, one case study asked you to imagine in the position of, for example, you are working in some as an IAS officer and you are honest. And in that one ethical dilemma they have placed you. In another situation they have placed you in a private company, how you deal with that. So some different situations they will place you. But what is the most challenging aspect is not understanding the situation. It's very easy to understand, very easy to answer, but it should be written in a proper structure. I think we have already discussed, you know, that how to approach case studies. So case studies should have, mostly it should have a structure, but that structure cannot be followed at all the times in all the case studies. There are some times where the question might be asked in a different manner. I will tell you today also. But for maximum part of the case studies, try to have this approach. First, try to write what is the subject matter. What is the subject matter? It should be like an introduction. That is, directly you start attacking what is the main theme or purpose of this case study, around which dilemma or around which ethical or core value or around which moral value it is revolving. Be very clear, be direct to the point. Once you read it, the above case study involves an ethical dilemma of public interest versus self-interest. That's all. Be very direct, very simple. So subject matter should be conveyed in a simple manner. Then what you can do is you can try to include all the stakeholders. Who are stakeholders? Who are representatives? Either directly or indirectly, all should be involved, and try to maximum give it in a pictorial format. Don't write numbering and all. What you can do, just put some diagram like this, stakeholders, and so draw like this, so that your case study will look somewhat attractive compared to other persons. See, although the stakeholders may or may not carry marks all the time, understand? Be very clear. Still, why sir we are doing means, because when you wanted to give solution for the problem, your solution should contain a solution which is addressing all the stakeholders. That is the purpose. We are asking you to write it so that you may not forget while giving solution. Are you getting it what I am saying? So that is the concern. Then what you can do, you can then discuss about what is the ethical dilemma. What do you mean by dilemma? It's a confusion. You will be like equally placed in both the situation. Both of the situation might look very same to you, similar to you. But which one will you choose over other? And why you choose? These are the dilemmas which every one of you faces. Every one of you we go through in our life, these dilemmas. So we'll discuss that while discussing case studies. So what you can do, list out the ethical dilemmas. Then what you do, list out the options. That is course of action. When you list out the option, so always give at least 4 options in your answer. How much maximum options you are generating here, that will also help you in getting more marks in your answer. So always ethics should have course of action and option should be given maximum possibility. Then what you can do, see, option means for example, last time I have discussed you a case study situation, you remember, where if you are an IPS officer, you come across one side and an incident where in a hospital fire has broke out. On another side, a communal riot has broke out. Which one will you react? And first, so in this situation, when I am hearing this situation, in this situation, I have 4 options before me. First I will take into that situation, seriousness of the situation, and I will try to solve it first. Second is, I will see that if the problem is very serious, I will try to see, I will get permission from my seniors and ask some suggestions from my fellow colleagues, and then I will proceed into the matter. That is second option. Then what you can say, I will put leave and I will escape. That is also an option. Say that. That is also people are doing. There are some situations where due to political pressure, bureaucrats were asked to go on leave also. If they don't go with the consensus of the ministers or others, be very bold. You have the liberty to speak all your values, what you have learnt in your life, what you have seen. You can be very bold, but try to have some logic in your answer. Try to be with the right side, not with the bad side. But what is the problem is, everybody will write, we will choose only the right action, we will take strict action. But what is the thing they will miss here is, after listing the option, then after that, what you can do, listing these various probability, I will go with, see, then you have to analyze the option. You have to analyze the option. That is, what you have to do is, you have to discuss what is the merits and demerits of each of the 4 options. See, here you have to be having one strategy. What is the strategy is, you might be having already in your mind a particular option which you wanted to choose for the case study. For that option, what you do is write more merits than demerits. Are you understanding what I am saying? For the option which you wanted to pick among the 4 options, for that merit should be more. Points, it should be written in point-wise format. Merit should be more than demerits. Merits, if you are writing 5, demerits should be 1 or 2. Why? Because you are going to choose that option. So kindly say demerits less. Don't be that much transparent with your answers. Clear? But on the other side, the options which you don't want to choose, what you do is you write more demerits than the merits. Are you getting it? It's the art of convincing the examiner with the way how you are trying to showcase with the help of examples from your life or examples from personalities or leaders or from epic, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, whatever you have studied you can bring in, but it should be convincing enough. Is it clear? I will tell you how to do that. You only have to give me answers. In today's ethical situation, every situation which you can understand easily and you can tell me answers also. Yes, so after analyzing the options, what you have to do is you have to choose an option. Choosing the option is the most important aspect in the complete case study aspect. Kindly understand, friends. So what I am telling is, see here, when you choose an option, generally what people will do, for example, in this IPS example case study, when you are an IPS or SP of your district, you receive phone call on the morning, 2 situation is coming to you at the same time. One is a fire broke out in an hospital, second is communal riot. Now, so you will be telling who are the stakeholders. Stakeholder is the hospital, patients who are involved and doctors who are working there. And then coming here, the 2 caste people who are fighting, and then your colleagues who are working and who are there on ground and protecting them. All are stakeholders. Yes. So then ethical dilemma. What is the ethical dilemma here? One is protecting, that is maintaining law and order, versus another is what? That is another side is also protecting the life of citizens. So 2 things has to be there. You want to maintain law and order, you have to compromise protecting the life of citizen. Their rights of the what are their fundamental right? Right to protest need to be compromised here for maintaining law and order. That is the dilemma an SP of your district will be sitting in. You have to travel within the dilemma. You should, what most of the candidates will do is they will leave the problem. They will go out somewhere outside the core of the problem. They will discuss everything. What is the thing you should do? Stay within the problem and try to contribute maximum points within the dilemma. Are you getting it? You should imagine yourself in that position. That is when the genuine points will come directly and it will be very practicable. Is it clear what I am saying? And choosing the option generally while giving the points here, you should have a better way of convincing and clear roadmap should be given to the examiner. Suppose if you are going with an option, what is the reason behind it? Why you are taking a decision? On what basis you are taking the decision? Whether you are getting advice from anyone, or whether you are getting inspiration for someone, or you are getting like some expert advice, or you have referred some epic Ramayana, Mahabharata from wherever great life personalities, moral leaders, ethical theories, which one is justifying your course of action? Be very clear and be also very detailed. See, for example, when you take action, even in this case, I will go with, SP will go with which one? Choosing the communal riot, because maintaining law and order is the first priority as an SP of an officer. But at the same time, write it. The lives of common citizens of India, who are they? Patients in the hospital, his life is also important. See, you cannot say SP cannot have concern over that side. Even though it is a fire accident, it does not comes under his, which one? Professional domain, his responsibility. But he has the compassion. Any human should have compassion, is it or not? Sympathy. So that too at the highest position in the bureaucracy level, he should seriously he should have that. So for his personal satisfaction, for my personal satisfaction, I will forward that call to the concerned department and make sure it is the work is done and it is reported to me. It's done. Then you come here. Are you understanding what I am saying? Although, see how you are managing the problem, how you are addressing all the stakeholder, on what basis you are going to give solution, how much detail and very practicable you are. These are something which is going to decide your marks, not the option which is going to write. Is it clear what I am saying? Everyone will go with the maximum one way of option only, one or two ways of option. But how you write it only decides your marks in case study, because this is the area where you can easily fetch maximum marks in GS paper 4. Because coming to section A, it's going to be a mix of both. That is what you will be having static segment. Here you will be needed to focus on three things. Write it fast so that we will go directly into the questions discussion, so that you will have some idea how to structurize the answer. Yes. So with respect to static theory syllabus, always you have to define the concept. Define the concept which is given first. If they mention a word, moral integrity, moral reasoning, moral intuition, ethical professionalism, professional competency, integrity, code of conduct, whatever they use, what is the meaning of that in a way which you understand in simple terms? That should be defined first in any ethics answer which you are starting. Second, then what you have to do is, you have to write what is the importance of that ethical value in life. Importance of that value. That is, while writing it, you should focus more on that importance of the value with respect to administration as well as to other aspect, but give maximum focus to administration. What is the most important? Why that value need to be followed? If this value, if we are not, for example, why honesty is important? You'll be writing the important values, but suppose if you are not being an honest person, what implications it will have on others as well as for you, on society? Those are the things also you should write. Are you getting what I am saying? Then, so this is the first component you have to write. This is the second one. And then third one, you have to write about the application aspect of the value. What do you mean by application is, suppose while following, being honesty, telling that I am honest is not important. How you are going to apply that in your life, and how you are able to follow that at every moment in your life. What kind of challenges every individual will go through. That one you have to write here. See, suppose telling that I am going to become an honest person in life is very easy. But when you follow, you will come across situation where there are sometimes you need to compromise those value. But if it is for any good reasons, then it is fine. And your morality is accepting that it is good. But your moral value is also not accepting that decision, means then you are doing something against your what? Conscience. What is conscience? Inner gut feel. If that is saying no to that, then your moral value is wrong. Something you are doing bad. Is it understandable? So those things you should do. So application of the value with respect to life and other areas. So while implementing any value, what are the challenges individual go through? That should be discussed here. Is it clear? So every question should have these three components in your answer. And coming to code segment, again codes should have those things. That is, what is the thing is, they will ask you any quotes which is given by Gandhiji and then Rabindranath Tagore or Swami Vivekananda. What you should do is, first is, you should try to define the quote. Write it again, same thing only. You have to try to define, or you have to explain the meaning. First, what they are saying, what is the meaning of that quote? Yes. Second, so while explaining the meaning, first thing, it should have two components. One, what the author has meant, but that should not be given more space, because the question itself will ask what it will be meaning in today's context. So you have to explain the meaning of that. Then you have to explain same thing, what is the importance of that, and then how will you apply that. So these three things should be like focused here. But in writing both the segments, in both, that is in all the theory segments, let it be static or code, you need to always come out with examples. Kindly write it and mark it also. This is the one of the most important segment in your ethics paper, which will decide your marks in examination. Even today when we discuss, we will try to come out with, see, you have to give me examples, what you have went through. So what kind of examples, sir, we can write means, you can write examples first from your personal life. You can write examples from your professional life. You can write examples from your peer group, that is from the persons around whom you have met or whom have interacted or seen in your life. And then what you can do is you can quote the examples from the lives of great scholars and then administrators, reformers. Who are reformers? Raja Ram Mohan Rai, social reformers we have studied, no? You can quote that also. And then administrators, moral thinkers, reformers, then moral thinkers. Yes, so all these should be like represented in your examples. Varieties of examples should be quoted. Even when you quote examples from personal life, you can quote from three categories: school life, college life, and work life. If you have somebody in you who have worked and came means, otherwise, which you have seen in your friend's life also you can share. Great scholars, administrators, reformers, moral thinkers. Yes, so you have to quote maximum examples from there, varieties of examples. So example should be on variety. It is the example which is going to make your answer unique compared to others. How you are going to be very genuine in writing your answer, how much you are very bold, how much you are practical. All these things only is going to decide your ethics mark. Everybody will say we are honest, we have to follow rules is important. But how you are convincingly trying to say, is it clear what I am saying? There are sometimes you need to compromise rules and regulations also. There are questions also, we will discuss that. So let's go into the discussion. Books, novels, you can quote from the lives of, that is what you will be including from scholars' life. But normal books and all you should not write. You should link some great person's lives only, and you can quote examples from freedom struggle also. During freedom struggle, Gandhiji also went through a lot of moral dilemma while launching any movement. He discussed that what is the ethical or moral dilemma which they went through, how they went for convincing that. So by looking at their life, I will also do like this. Like that parallelism should be there in your answer, so that your answers are justified. Yes, let's now go into the discussion. First question. Yes, what do you understand by moral integrity and professional efficiency in the context of corporate governance in India? Illustrate with suitable examples. See here, even if they don't give this word also, you need to do that. Are you getting it? It's compulsory. So you need to do this. So first what you have to do for this question in introduction? Huh? Moral integrity, that you know, sir, meaning we don't know, right? So let's try to understand. See, some words will be looking today, some of the words will be looking different today, but when I explain, oh, this is only a sir, this one, like that only you will feel. That is what is ethics is. Ethics is never, kindly don't complicate this subject. How much ever even others try to complicate you, you don't complicate it, because this is really one of the easiest subject to score as well as to read. Hardly require not even 1 week to complete this syllabus. I will be that much frank with you. But what is the thing is, to get that art of answer writing, you need to improve. That is the challenge here compared to other papers, no? That is the thing. Second thing, what most of the students, even this year we got feedback, our students who have wrote, actually they have written so many tests this year, who are writing mains this year. They were able to complete the paper, but many of them were unable to complete this year due to lack of time management. That is the only challenge in ethics. Why means, case studies will be, I will show you the answers, questions only. Questions itself will be like 1 page lengthy. So on reading the question itself, normally GS paper will take 1 minute, means ethics case studies will take 5 minutes. You need to allot that 3 to 5 minutes minimum. If you are not doing that, you will not understand what is the situation given to you. Then how will you react to the situation? Are you getting it? What is the challenge in ethics paper? Time management. You need to be really very much speed enough, fast enough with your answer writing. Kindly do that practice also. Now coming here. So let's try to define two values. One is moral integrity. See, here, one more thing what you need to understand is, they are asking you both this concept in some context. What is that context? In the context of corporate governance, that is while doing business. So, how these values should be followed? That is the question. Is it clear? So, moral integrity means one who is actually, what is the actual meaning? By the word only you can get some idea. I have told you what is the meaning of morality, what is the meaning of integrity. Then what is moral integrity will be? Something which is a person who is able to follow moral values or ethical values in a proper manner. Is it or not? Now, how will you apply that in business? So, what is the meaning of moral integrity is a person who is able to do all his business activities, who is able to do, write it, who is able to do all his business activities by following ethical values. So that is important. So who is a person who is, that is in case of business we are talking about. If you are able to do business, see in business what is important is profit is important, they say. Yes, how much money you are making is important, they will say. But more than that, what is important is how you earn that money. That is what is important in moral integrity. Whether you are able to follow all the rules, regulations, that is different. Apart from that, you should also have some ethical value along with you. Rules, regulations is different. Are you getting it? This is following ethical value, which is something apart from rules and regulations. So if the business is able to do their business activities in an ethical manner. For example, what is ethical manner? I would say there is a big difference between how Tata's operate business and Ambani's operate business. How? Tell me. You can quote this. You can be bold enough because Tata's can be always can be given examples for professional that is their professional capitalism or for their ethical capitalism. They say more than that, that is ethical, not professional, ethical or professional capitalism. So you can quote them as example. Who? Tatas. But when you compare with Ambani's, do they have any ethical value? Even there have been lot of times they have been alleged of doing manipulations in their account. Have you watched Guru movie? Mani Ratnam's Guru movie? No, va? It's inspired from his life story only. Ambani, just watch it. Very nicely has told what are the events, how he became from starting to how he made money this much big, and what are the challenges he have gone through has been discussed in a subtle manner. It's understood that they discuss about him if you watch the movie. So, but yes. Yeah, they are not stories. They are case studies for MBA business schools. If you go to IIM, what you study is of this only. It will look story for us, but you have to convince with the value. See, don't write the Guru movie story. What I am saying is ethical value. See, how business. Yes. See, followers is different. Being bold and honest in your opinion is different. You are not going to speak anything against Ambani which is going to hurt the examiner. Be very clear. What you are going to talk is a comparison between Tatas versus Ambanis, because Tatas they are actually involving in lot of social responsible activities. So they are not just into business. Have you seen? Tatas, they do lot of social welfare activities. They attach to that. They feel pride in that. They feel not only pride, they feel they are responsible enough to do that. Because they earn profit from India and they are doing that. But have you seen that same thing with respect to Ambani's? He will spend maximum part in how much money he can spend for his son's marriage or doctor's marriage, whether he is able to make the Bollywood biggest celebrities to be his servers while in his son's or kid's marriage. That is what is going to be a big concern for Ambani. So how you are valuing people, how you are able to do the business activity in a socially responsible manner. So that is what is important in where moral integrity in corporate governance. Are you getting it what I am saying? So how do you do that? See, now that is the first thing. Now coming to this, professional efficiency means, you know, what is the meaning of professional efficiency? One is able to do some work effectively and efficiently, right? It. So in professional efficiency, what is more important is whether you are doing the work or not. That is what is important here. Yes. So that is important. So they will focus on more on how that is the efficiency of the work. Is it clear? But here, in case of moral integrity, they focus on how you do the work, not whether you did the work or not, but while implementing it, whether you are doing something which is socially responsible, having a concern for society, having a concern for implementing your ethical values, following your ethical values while doing business. That is the most concern in moral integrity. Practically, if you see how companies implement means, because that is the second half of the question. After explaining this, you can try to give examples. As I said, examples you generate it. I will discuss the core part of the question. Examples, I will give some outline of the examples. You build on that. Are you getting it what I am saying? Yes, for example, in this suitable examples for this is for moral integrity is businesses, they actually follow something called as a practice of independent directors. And then by being transparent in their operations. So through these activities, businesses, they try to show that they are their moral integrity value. That is, for example, why companies are having independent directors? These are the people who will not involve in the day-to-day administration. These are outside people who board of directors in a company. But this independent board of directors they will be taking decisions to make sure that something like, see, a company, if it is able to do some activities by promoting afforestation, a company which is able to give CSIR funds, that is corporate social responsibility funds, you will be studying. Every company has to, out of the profit, that is they need to like allot some percentage of money. Huh? Percentage of their profits for social responsible activities, that is on helping improving the conditions of poor by investing in education, health facilities. So in protecting the environment is also a social concern. Many of the companies, they allot fund or they also produce products. Have you seen the companies which is manufacturing a product, they can be socially responsible. How? By not generating which one? Plastic products, environmental friendly packaging products. Are you getting it what I am saying? How you manufacture a product, you can change over that. If you do that, then that is referred as moral integrity. So with the help of independent directors in a company, generally the company will allot funds to do afforestation activities, socially responsible activity. That is the purpose of independent director. So they do this in practice in promoting corporate governance. Are you getting it? Then second one is transparency. What do you mean by transparency? That is, transparency means being open enough how they are taking day-to-day decision making. That should be visible, because that will help the people to understand that, and it will create a trust. Are you getting it? Trust with the organization. But when coming to professional efficiency, how will you promote this? How will you promote it? In practicality, you can make somebody to be accountable, right? It by promoting accountability and by promoting disclosure. What do you mean by accountability? Somebody should be responsible for their actions. That is how you improve professional competence. You give responsibility to someone, then they will implement the decision in a better manner. You can assess it. So one of the most important criteria, how in corporate governance they will improve the professional efficiency, means by making a person accountable. Are you getting it? Yes. So disclosure means what? Being, that is your company's goals, actions, not only that, as well as also you should see, if you are working good enough, you should also report your financial transactions in a transparent manner, and it should be disclosed to everyone. Why? Because if many shareholders will be investing in your company, means you should reveal the financial transactions of the company, as well as you have to be responsible that you should report it on time. Are you getting it what I am saying? Because investors will get idea, based on that they will invest in your company. So that will be reflected in which one? Professional efficiency. So what is the basic difference between these two? One is concerned about following the That is socially responsible and morally following the values. That is ethical value is more important in case of which one? Moral integrity. Professional efficiency, which is more important? Effectively you are doing the work. How much efficiently you are doing the work is very much important. So that can be done by allotting, by promoting accountability mechanisms and disclosure mechanisms. But this moral integrity can be promoted through which one? Through these two components, by allotting or appointing an independent board of director who can work on socially responsible products. Second one, you conduct your operation, the goals of the organization, the future visions, policies should also be disclosed to the people. What kind of policies? That we are doing socially responsible policies. In that manner, we can be transparent to others also, so that the people will have good opinion on your company. Are you getting it what I am saying? So do with more examples. Examples can be given. One example I said is Tatas and Ambanis you can include. That can be the best example. You can also include examples from other any kind of business also. Other countries also. See, nowhere they have asked you to mention about India. You are always ready to welcome. They will always welcome you to write some global examples, local examples, state-wise example. Corporate, okay, here they have asked you in particular in India, no? So talk about Tatas and Ambanis. See, even you can talk about Google for that matter. Who is going to stop you? Google or Apple's, their business operations in India, you talk about it. MNCs you can talk. You have the liberty to talk. Their operations, how they do their operations in India. Are you getting some idea what I am saying? Yes, is it easy or tough, this paper? Which one? See, disclosure means here what you are revealing is your socially responsible actions you are transparently doing. Here what you are disclosing, your financial accountability to prove that you are doing your work in a proper manner and in a timely manner. So more than that, your social activity here, what is given stress? Your effectiveness and efficiency of your work in reporting it on time. Financial information, whether you are sharing with shareholders on time is very important. Are you getting it? Minute difference only, but that is what is ethics is. You should know the fine line to talk about it. It is very easy paper, but it will come with practice. You need to practice these values. Are you getting it? Shall we move to the next one? Easy, huh? Paper is easier, bit looking awkward or tough. How you feel? Huh? Just to huh? That will come, don't worry. Ideas will come. We don't have problems with ideas. Implementation only in India the problem is. Yes, coming to the second question. International aid. International aid, an accepted form of helping resource challenged nations. Is it clear? So first they are telling you a statement. Then what they are saying is, they are asking you to comment on that. Comment on ethics in contemporary international aid and support your answers with suitable examples. This I always tell, if they ask you or not also, you need to write with examples only. Clear? That varieties of examples which I listed, don't write just one example. Include types of examples. Now coming here, so you need to talk about first which one? A concept of international aid. Kindly write it. International aid. See, international aid actually, it can be done through various ways. First you have to define that, then you can start writing the answer. That is, the mannerism is first they will provide financial assistance. Then they will provide technical assistance. Then they will provide humanitarian assistance. Then they will provide some debt relief. These are actually that is financial assistance means it is generally given in the form of grants. In economics class I have already discussed you what is the meaning of grant. Grant means what? You give whether there is a liability component there to the person whom we are giving. So once it's given, there is no liability on that person to pay the money back. It's a one time you are transferring it to the person without any liability. So they can take it. Who generally does it? It is the developed countries who generally, and even some of the emerging or newly industrialized countries or newly emerging countries like India, China, USA, they generally, and even Japan for that matter, it is doing lot of international aid to where? In India. It has invested maximum money in where? Metro projects in India. Japan has done in India. But now, while talking about this answer, you have to give varieties of examples. Kindly remember. And before that, so what is the first way we exercise this international aid means? By giving grants to people. This is usually given by developed countries or emerging countries to the least developed countries or poorer African countries or small island countries. Kindly write it. So you can quote various examples. Who are the various poorly African country? Quote some countries from sub-Saharan region. Who are the sub-Saharan poorly countries? All those. Nigeria is having oil resource. You cannot quote Nigeria. Only thing is they are having some problem in politics. Political problem is there. But terrorist problem is there. Boko Haram an organization is there. One terrorist organization. Otherwise they have multiple resources. Sub-Saharan region include this Congo, Mali, Chad, Niger, yes, and then Ethiopia, Somalia. All these countries are poverty affected countries. They are always facing ethnic war. So to most of these African poorer countries, developed countries like USA, Japan and European countries, they provide lot of financial grants. Is it clear? Why we are talking about these countries? Because they are asking you to give examples. Are you getting it? Yes. And we need to give also some more examples relevant to India. I will come to that. Second, what do you mean by technical assistance? Technologically, for example, India is doing a very bigger leap here. Compared to China, while talking about Africa, he talked about concept of tele-education and then which one? Telemedicine. Remember? Telemedicine. Remember, we are doing this facility even from COVID times onwards we have started, and India is trying to promote. One more thing is we are also in humanitarian assistance. India has done ways in diplomacy. What do you mean by ways in diplomacy? In COVID time, India has given free vaccines. Not only free vaccines, even during last year's Sri Lankan crisis, when Sri Lanka was facing economic crisis where petrol diesel prices have touched historic high, like 1 liter was at that time 500,000 rupees. That time India supplied petrol, not only petrol diesel, we have also supplied them food items. So that will come under humanitarian assistance. Technical assistance means you are providing some kind of skill training or you kind of educational awareness. So how you are able to improve their skills and livelihood in a better manner, that is technical assistance. And India is playing a greater role when it comes to African country compared to China. You can talk about that. And what do you mean by final component, debt relief? Debt relief means, see, for example, you give loan to some country, poorer country. Now today they are in some other bigger problem. Now out of concern, what you can do, they have taken 1 million loan from you. You reduce it, you pay 50% of that because your condition is poor. Is it clear? So that is referred as debt relief. All these are examples for international aid. So first you have to be very clear, you have to explain the answer in such a manner. So once the concept is conveyed to the examiner, then you can come out with second part of the component. What is that? So you have to talk about what is the ethics in contemporary international aid. So you can comment about it. Ethics in, so this heading should be present. Ethics in contemporary. Are you getting it? See, what are the problem? You see, use your common sense and tell. We have taken lot of current affairs classes. Now what do you observe? We have talked about African country. We have touched America, Canada yesterday we touched. We have visited lot of countries. Huh? Yes, we have visited, no? What is happening? You tell me. While giving loans, see now yesterday also we discussed Azerbaijan, Armenian issue. Many countries, they are fighting war. Ukraine war is happening. So many countries are trying to assist these countries. They are trying to solve the problem. On other side, some countries are parties to the problem. They are taking positions. I am supporting this country, other country. So all this you have to have a keen observation. When you write your answers in ethics, you can include those as examples. Are you getting it? Now you will get some more meaning why you read newspaper. Are you getting it? At least you can go to varieties of examples compared to those candidates who don't even have the habit of buying Hindu newspaper. That kind of, what to say, very yeah, attitude is prevailing today among civil service aspirants. Many of them are actually not even buying Hindu newspaper for that matter. Next comes the question of reading the paper. Third comes the question of making notes from the paper. This is a simple thing every UPSC aspirant should do, is it or not? But when we don't do that, what the problem will come is examples you won't get. And you cannot write practical answers. Are you getting it what I am saying? So newspaper reading is very much effective. Current affairs component will help you in writing very good answers in ethics. Kindly understand that. And along with that, you should also think about ready-made examples. Like we have already circulated one LaEx value addition material. There we have given some varieties of examples which toppers have used in the past. We have compiled it and we have circulated. Kindly collect that. That will also come with essay. It will help you in your answer writing. Clear? Now coming here, so what are the problems today? While giving, see, you are giving grants, or you are giving soft loans to countries, or you are giving vaccines to countries, you are giving food items to countries. But why do you give that? Because first is to politically influence those countries. Why it is done? See, many of the times it is not just given for the sake of humanitarian measure or sympathetic measure. See, by supporting this country, what benefit I am going to get? That is what most of the countries are doing. Or they are trying to influence them. I will give you, but you should not trade with that country. So this is one politics which is prevailing in internationalism. Yes? China, yes? It is supporting China's, because Azerbaijan is it is having Silk and Road Belt initiative in Azerbaijan. It is supporting Azerbaijan. So today politically motivated stands are more. Now countries are not looking the genuine stand. What is the moral ethical value behind it? They see how much they are getting benefited out of that. So political influence is more. Second, what are the other problems we have in giving loans to other countries? Economically, see, who is benefited? So economic, that is economic benefit is there, that I agree. Apart from that, what are the other problems? Huh? Global sustainability is okay, I will come to that. More than that, what about the economic condition or the political or economic situation of that country? You imagine today you are giving loan to them, today they are in problem, you gave loan to them. Okay, now what they will think? Tomorrow also if I land in problem means somebody will help me. Will this attitude will come or not? Yes. So that is also not making many countries to empower themselves. Are you getting it? So you can write about it. And more than this, cultural values are not actually given importance. What is that? For example, if Japan is giving international loan while implementing metro projects in India. Let's imagine that metro project is implemented in Andaman Nicobar. I am just giving an hypothetical situation. Now, while implementing that railway or metro project in Andaman Nicobar, let's imagine it passes through tribal region. Who? Jarwas. Jarwas are residing there. The problem with them is they are considered to be one of the, like in case of India, for a long time they have not interacted with any outside community itself. Our outside world they have not seen for a long time these Jarwa communities. No, there you wanted to destroy the forest and you implement which one? Metro project. Now what will happen? Whether you are respecting the cultural values of the people, whether you are respecting the livelihood of their people, yes. So these are the things which is very much important, and most of the areas these are actually getting compromised today. Are you getting it what I am saying? So try to include varieties of examples from Chinese Silk and Road project. Talk about India's project, how we are different from China when it comes to giving loans to countries. For example, specifically you can put one heading in the context of India. See, one is internationally you say, second you say the context in India. India, how it is doing means, India is really trying to help countries. When it comes to Africa, we are giving, as I said already, we are helping them in the fronts of education, health, and then infrastructure. And even we are trying to do more oil trade with them, especially countries like Nigeria, Libya, where oil is more. We are also trying to do wildlife trade with them. Is it clear? So, but India, when it comes to providing international aid, it is actually trying to help those countries genuinely. We are trying to promote their democratic values. We are going to promote their culture comparatively better when it comes to other countries. Are you getting it? Yes, because investing in education and health in the African countries will change the lives of the people. But China is also doing road projects in Africa. But what India is doing, we are investing in education and health, which will change over the lives of the people. We are not investing in physical infrastructure. We are investing in human infrastructure, will be the assets for the future. In that way, India is different, and India is actually following more ethical values and socially responsible values when it comes to international aid. Are you getting it what I am saying? Yes? So you should justify your answer in this manner. You should not just talk about just one country, talk about many countries. See, it doesn't mean always you need to support India. There are some situations where India's position, but don't question the sovereign constitutional values of India in any of the paper, not even in your interview or at any stage in your exam. If you do that, it's better that not to prepare for this exam. I know one of my senior actually who went to UPSC interview. He actually studied in JN University. In JN University, it might be in news for many wrong reasons, but genuinely, their political ideologies, tend to get inclined. What kind of ideologies? Communism ideologies. So in interview, when he went for UPSC, he talked about supporting Maoism. Because of just one reason, he is the most talented candidate actually. I have seen among the most few candidates in my life, he was very potential candidate, but still because of his ideology, he did not clear this exam. So that will be tested in your ethics paper. So kindly don't take critical stand against India at any point. Don't support terrorism. Always try to have a social concern for people. Be a responsible administrator. Be a citizen who follow honesty, integrity, morality. That will be reflected in your answer. Be practical. Just for the sake of writing, I am honest. See, usually I keep saying, honest person will never come and say they are honest. Have you seen? Really somebody is honest. See, saying honest itself is a corrupt value, I say. Why? See, because why you want to publicize yourself? That itself is a, because your mind is, what happened? Mind is corrupted. Your mind, what it is thinking? Publicity. For that matter, you are coming and saying that I am honest. But really honest persons in society, if you come across in your life, they will never say I am honest. Have you seen? Have you experienced it? Nobody has experienced an honest person in your life. Huh? So after Mahatma Gandhiji in India, we have not produced honest persons. Huh? Still many are there. Many Indian citizens are honest, and many of them, and some of them are also not honest. That's why they get reported in newspaper for various corruptions. Now coming to the second question. So you understood now last two questions? Easy only. Paper is easy. Case study is even much more easy. So current might go, we have to complete it fast. Rain is happening, no? Weather is harsh now. Very delayed rain. They say El Nino and everything affected our monsoon this year, and very irregular rainfall we are receiving. Again, example for climatic change. Yes, remember Libyan flood? Yes, all these are live example where you need to collect example every time from newspaper. We know we are actually living in a world where we are experiencing climatic change. Are you accepting it? Yes. Now this question, let's go to this question. Corruption. See, again, very easy question. You only can give me answer. See here. Corruption is the manifestation of the failure of core values in the society. In your opinion, see here, again I am telling, in your opinion only they are asking. So tell your opinion only, don't give others' opinion. Clear? That is what we do. When they are very clear, they are asking you very directly your opinion means, that is when our students will come and write, here, Swami Vivekananda says, he says, Abdul Kalam says, our moral thinker he says. When they are asking you something, understand the question, because the problem with us is, everybody is having same 3 hours. You don't need to run with the time. You need to manage time. It does not mean you allot less time for understanding the question. Here, no need to save the time. Where you need to save the time while writing the answer, not reading the question. Now, so in your opinion, what measures can be adopted to uplift the core values in the society? Question is very easy. See what they are telling, when there is corruption, there will be erosion of values. Is it or not? What kind of values will be eroded? Huh? See, first part you try to write. In corruption, there will be erosion of values. What kind of values? There will be erosion of political value. There will be erosion of cultural value, erosion of social value. There will be erosion of all moral and ethical values. Yes? What kind of values? Values like honesty, integrity, transparency, accountability, being truth. Yes, sticking to the right side. All these values will not be there. Those are the core values. If you have these core values with you, then you are not going to be a corrupt person in life. That is what they are asking. So, corruption is the manifestation of failure of core values. Which kind of failure of core values? The values like, especially the erosion of various values from political, cultural, social stream, which is concerning, that is honesty, integrity, accountability. So, all these values will be getting eroded. So, erode. So, which one? Erode of core values. Are you getting it? Link it with the dimension. So, politically, we are having an erosion of political values. Political corruption is more, yes? Culturally, how is corruption happening? Trying to dominate, assimilate others, individual communities, privacies, and then their values you are trying to destroy. All these are corruption only. But if you are eroding, if you are a honest, integral person, means you will not only follow the rules, you will also make sure that, what to say, it is done, it is followed in a proper manner, and you have a proper moral value within you. That is when you will follow the rules. You have concern for others. Why you are not corrupt? Because you wanted to what? Protect your society, be a socially responsible citizen. Are you getting it? So when these core values are lost, the accountability, responsibility, moral values, every cultural values, what we have learnt, everything is actually lost. So corruption is the erosion of the values only. So talk about multiple values which you have heard in your life and say that their erosion will lead to a person being corrupt. As I said, corrupt, it also includes which one? Public, that is publicity. Going behind publicity is a corrupt moral value. Politicians coming and see, just to get some media's attention, today many people, even social media attention for that matter, just to get attention they are speaking controversy or not. Now it is coming more in the news channels because the elections are going to come. Everybody wants to get media's attention, people's attention. We are also there. Yes, at least for that matter, there are various politicians across India. They are same manner only, no difference. But the way they behave, it actually sends a wrong message to the people. Our political values are getting corrupted. What is a political value? Politically corrupt person will lose which value? Their responsibility, accountability to the citizens. Because we trusted, no? What is that value which is lost here? Trust. Trust is lost or not? Why you elect a representative? Is a person who represents you in elections. So because people have trusted someone, they voted for him. When he is corrupt, politically corrupt, means what value is lost? Trust is lost. Somebody who don't value trust, they will be corrupt. Are you getting it? So try to link those core values across this domain and write your answer broadly. Are you getting it? Yes, now coming to the second half. In your opinion, what measures can be done to uplift core values? This is the most important component. So what are the various measures? What are they? Digital economy. Because we cannot trust humans. We can trust only machines. Yes? That is the end. See, that is why we are promoting digital governance. What we should also do to promote some good values among our citizens. That is important. So digital governance, I agree. That is the thing which we are doing now. But in the longer term, our people's mindset and attitude should change. What is that attitude to? When you give money only some work will be done. That attitude should be changed. And even the officers are people who are bureaucrats, who are representing government functionaries. They should also have a sense of transparency, and they should be what? Very duty bound. That is when this professional, if you work on their professional efficiency as well as their moral values, then this erosion of cultural, that is corruption, can be reduced. Are you getting it? So what are the things? I agree. First is digital governance. Promote digital governance. Then promote educational awareness. Always awareness is, our Indians are more used to awareness campaigns, awareness and protest. Yes, protest is less, but awareness campaigns and government schemes are many. Yes, so education, awareness, then, huh? So implementing, make the legal framework strict. Legal framework should be strict. Then, what else you can do? Promote more, that is public-private participation. See, while implementing government project, now what is the problem is, most of the times we are giving, either government is doing means it is actually also engaging in corruption. When it is decentralizing or giving the project in contract to private, there also problem is coming. So better public-private participation should be there in implementing projects, and social auditing should be improved. Are you getting it? What is social auditing? People should work as moral policing. If somebody is doing wrong in your office, or while you are studying your written test, now 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock test you have written, now somebody is copying, is it correct or wrong? You should, if you are a responsible student, what you should do? You should come and tell, sir, somebody is copying. Is it correct or wrong? Correct or wrong, you tell me. That is what is ethics is. See, here you need to, actually, we will also talk about this kind of action where you come and report about others, right? No, it's there. See, sometimes we need to be a morally responsible citizen, but at the same time, socially responsible. We should be concerned about your condition also. But copying in any form is wrong only. Don't support that, either in life or in exam hall. Is it or not? Are you getting it? See, examples where you generate, you write examples from your life. For that matter only, I'm giving you some idea to generate example. Because that is the reason I told you to, when you write personal example, write from your school life, college life. If you are working means working atmosphere life. If your friends are working means share their experience. If they are, don't have any examples, also create that as a hypothetical situation and write an example. Like this, my friend has gone through and I solved this problem with highest quality of honesty. You showed it or not, but try to write it. Otherwise, marks you won't get it. Clear? But try to inculcate that value in life also. That is what is important. Yes? So you can protect the whistleblowers. What is that action where you report another action? Is a whistleblower. So in any organization, in government, private, they will get to know. See, corruption means not that the person who is giving corruption and the government officers are taking. There are other parties to the corruption. In the government office, so many public is coming, and his office fellow people who are working with him, they will be aware that he is corrupt. Why can't you report it? Are you getting it? If you want change in society, we need to include the inculcate a habit of moral policing. That is protecting whistleblowers. And better disclosure or better transparency, I will say. Transparency. That is transparency in your operations. And try to promote more trust among the people. Because people should have trust with whom? Trust within family, yeah? Trust should always be also be present between citizens, with society, with government organizations. If you trust India means, what will you do? You will pay tax to the government. If you don't trust, what will you do? You will transfer that extra surplus money to Maldives or Singapore in your tax haven country and make sure it is coming and landing back in your account or in your shares. Is it or not? So people are generating in India a lot of black money through money laundering, Hawala transaction. Only the methodologies now, the new form which they are doing is cryptocurrency, because that is not accountable. RBI is not regulating it. So you need to include those examples and its implications. Are you getting it? And even you can promote more public-private participation. See, what is important is you need to give more points as well as you need to give more examples. For each point you are writing, example should be present in your ethics paper. Because this year, most of the places, they have actually asked you to come out with examples only. I think this question only, they have not told very frankly, but you need to write. Are you understanding? Are you getting idea? Paper is easy, huh? Somewhat easy, When I come to case study, you will feel still more easy. Yes, but the approach should be there. What approach? The correct moral or ethical values, that approach should be there. You should follow those values. Next one, in the context of work environment, differentiate between coercion and undue influence. You know this meaning. You know the meaning of these two words, coercion and undue influence. Can you tell me? What is coercion? Forcefully, you are compelling somebody to do what you want to do. This should be done. That's all. Where they are asking in work environment, that one work environment can be in government departments, that work environment can be in private, that work environment in your self-business. Are you getting it? So you can include varieties of examples to convey the point, to justify the point. But the meaning you should tell very clearly is, coercion means you are forcing someone to, why you are forcing someone to actually exhibit what you want to do. To exhibit or, so to exhibit what you want to do. So it is a compel. You are compelling someone to do in a certain manner. You want in such manner only, you are forcing somebody. That is coercion. Then what is undue influence? I will give you some example for coercion. Yes. See, for example, you are compelling somebody. Yes, who are working in an organization. You are compelling that they need to work. Actually, their office time might be over. Are you getting it? Nowadays, this government department also, this problem is only coming. Government departments, before they used to work on time, 10 to 4 or 10 to 5. Yes, after that they won't work now. Now, due to a lot of many posts are getting not filled, and due to overburden, government officers also, they end up getting more work beyond their capacity. So they are compelled to do work. Is it or not? When beyond their official time. See, now if you follow the rules, if you are a rules bound person, you should also follow the time in government department. Is it or not? But they will not. What they will tell? Your time, sir, my time is over. I wanted to go. In government department, if they say, will they allow? They may allow, but if the work is an emergency target, what they will do? They will compel you to work beyond your scheduled time. Law-wise, as per law, you are not required to work. But for completing it, the target needs to be completed. For the quantity of work to be completed, most of the government officers end up doing work beyond their capacity. But if they do voluntarily, then it is good. But if you threaten them means, are you getting it? What threatenism? You are doing the work means you can be in the job, or else I will put a memo on you. Yes, in government department, this is a culture, no? Threaten the subordinates, or the culture is what? They are like, they treat them as like a slave. So the kind of exploitation, how people do in variety of format by threatening the other to do an activity. So that is referred as coercion. So there is a mechanism of threat which is used here. Are you getting it? That is coercion. You are coercing, you are compelling someone to do something. Now, what is undue influence? Here, here, undue influence means what you do is, here the workers will be working with you. Is it clear? They will be working with you. Now you will tell them, I will give you promotion. I will give you promotion only when you do something. It can be any kind of favor. It can be financial favor, sexual favor, or any kind of favor. I kindly understand that. So only if you do that, then we will try to give you promotion. So it is like an incentive mechanism which people exercise only when they agree to some certain kind of activities. Is it clear? This is referred as undue influence. Yes, so this is what the question is asking, but what is more important is the examples which you are going to write. So what is undue influence? It is influencing someone to, what to say, to attain some certain favors. What kind of favor? That can be any kind of favor. Monetary, financial favor, sexual favor, whatever it is. But it is wrong. Is it or not? Yes. So undue influence is also wrong. Coercion is also wrong. But which is more wrong? Both are wrong, sir. Then why you are asking how much wrong it is? Both are wrong only. Yes. Coercing a person is also against his. So it is against his which one? Which value? Against his liberal values, his freedom. You should treat him free. Beyond his official capacity, you are forcing someone to work. So that affects his peace, his mental health. It affects his professional efficiency. Will it affect him? Somebody who is working up to the point of time only can concentrate. Beyond that, if he considers work as burden, then they will not, the efficiency of the work will get affected. So this is a problem in government departments. Why our efficiency is poor? Because they end up getting overburdened where they are unable to complete it on time as well as do it in an efficient manner. Yes, are you getting it? So you need to talk about all these things and talk it in your personal life. Anything happened? See, anything in your school days where coercion has been forced. Yes, parents also would have done. I will buy you snacks only when if you go and attend the tuition today and come, go to the school and come. That is also coercion, no? But that is a good coercion. Is it or not? Yes, because the intention, yes, if you pass the exam, I will buy you a car or I will buy you a two-wheeler. That is also coercion, but they are actually making that coercion in a good intention. They wanted you to do something, the intention is good. But here, if you see, in case of reality in practical world, most of the times a coercion has been done in work atmosphere, especially work atmosphere. It has been work atmosphere also you can give positively also you can say. How you passively you can say? You finish this target, see it's beyond your time. You finish this target, I will give extra financial incentive. I will give you one foreign tour. People will work, huh? Yes, don't give money, sir, give foreign tour. We'll go on package and come. Yes, so the thing is how you are able to see the word can be interpreted positively and negatively. If you are interpreting in both a manner, give with examples. Are you getting it? But undue influence you will have mostly negative meaning only. Why? Because it is done in the purpose of exploiting others. So it involves a trend of exploitation, but this involves only a sense of threat. Threat can be positive or negative, depends upon the intention which you are giving the threat. Is it clear? Are you understanding how to write answer? Knowing the meaning of the question is not important. How you come up with varieties of examples from your life, school life, your personal life, college life. Yes, your friend would have told you, if you show me answers in the examination, I will take you for a dinner treat. Yes, so you are compelled to show answers. Yes, are you doing it? Yes, your friend has done like that, you do and write your answers. Don't say, I have done. That is a erosion of moral value and you will convey to the examiner that you are a corrupt person. Don't do that. Clear? Even if you do also, tell that your friend has done. Yes, coming to the third question. So code based question. Code based question, here the orientation of the answers has to be different. First is, see, the codes are very easy when we read it, but before that let's read the question. Given below are three quotations. There will be generally three questions only from quotes every year. Clear? So the given below are three quotations of great thinkers. Who are the great thinkers? That is in your syllabus only, you will be reading them. Moral thinkers, you will be reading them. Various moral thinkers who have, especially religious scholars, administrative scholars, ethical scholars, everybody will be studying. Thinkers also you will be studying in your ethics subject. So from there they will ask these quotes. And what do each of these quotations convey to you? What does each of these quotations convey to you in the present context? Kindly underline this or write it, very important. How you should write these answers for this question. How you understand today, not that day. How they said. Are you understanding? Most of the time when we evaluate answers for quotes question, 90% of the students, they will write how they said the quote only. The question they will not read clearly only. What they are asking you, how you relate it in today's context. That means what? Explain how what Gandhiji said in 2 or 3 lines and then start writing in today's context directly. Don't talk too much about what Gandhiji meant that time. He would have referred some freedom struggle and he would have said. Are you getting it what I am saying? But in today's context, what do you first, when you approach this answer, always try to define the values in the, define the meaning of the quote. Second, its importance to be followed in life. Why it's important to follow? If you don't follow, what implications it will have? Third thing, application. Application of this value. So importance and application. So these three components should be present in where? In your quotes based answer. Are you getting it? Yes? So what is the meaning of this quote? Now let's go to this. They have used the Gandhiji quote only. The simplest act of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 head bowing in prayer. What is the meaning? Bowing in prayer means like this. 1,000 people, let it be. Let it be like 1,000 people before you. That is not powerful. What is more powerful? A simple help, a kindness, a sympathy, empathy. Yes, a kind of, what to say, help which you, a concern for your friends, for your others in society, which you show, the kindness which you show, that is more powerful than those 1,000 people who are saluting or bowing your hands head before you. Clear? Very easy quote, but while writing answer, you should relate it with today's context. In today's context, how you can relate it? So in case of accidents, social media posting can be avoided. Many a times what they do, they will go live and say that the person has been is suffering, and they will report that like a reporter. Instead of that, he could have cutted the live session and helped him or called the ambulance. That kind of common sense is missing. We want to, everybody, what is the thing? When they come to the Insta, how many likes we are getting? YouTube, how much views we are getting? Now we are living in an what? Very pathetic world where we are getting what? Artificial happiness in the name of which one? Social media. Likes, dislikes, comments. They are actually influencing people's mood more than the real incidents in life. People are today living in cyber world, not in real world most of the time. Are you getting it what I am saying? Technology has taken away. It is replacing humans, not only in really in occupations, also where in their life. Now most of the time we are start our day with gadgets, end our day with gadgets. Clear? So talk about it, the moral implications, why we should help them. Somebody who is getting accident, why should you help them? What value is important? What value? Huh? Human right, huh? Human value, huh? He is a human, so I am valuing him. So compassion. You are understanding, that is, you should have sympathy, empathy, compassion. you should have sympathize. You should sympathize the person. Then you should think in his shoes. Then you should give solution for his problem. So that is the difference between these three values. What is sympathy? Sympathy means you saw an accident, you feel Pava, bad, something happened, and you keep going. That is, you felt bad. You sympathize with the situation, no? Enough. Yes? So empathy means what? You will place yourself in that situation and you will try to understand how much problem he got, suffering he got, and try to see whether you can do anything to that. Are you getting it? So empathy means what? Placing yourself in that situation. If we went through in this situation, some other person who is going means like this they will go, or we will be going and we will be expecting them to come and help. No, why can't we do that now? Are you getting it? So that is empathy. Then what is compassion? You are understanding that person's emotions and you are going and helping him. That is compassion. So we should be a compassionate human being now. That is more important. Whenever an accident, a social responsibility should be there for our citizens. Yes? So you can talk about that. Then what are the other examples you can go to in today's context? Tell differently. I don't want only this side. What kind of kindness you can show in today's society, which has actually changed? See, internationally, I will give you some example. In case of international relations, during the times of COVID, India was doing Vaccine Maitri scheme. What is Vaccine Maitri? That is distributing free vaccines to the countries who are facing real emergency, who are in need of vaccines. India helped them. That is an act of kindness which India showed. That is much better than giving cash to them or doing anything. What is that? Or telling that that country is our friend. Rather than that, rather than telling in and what to say aesthetic value, India went on ground. India was, that's why, very different from China. China did not do, but India was able to do. Is it clear? That's what's the difference between these two. That is the act of kindness, what India did during COVID pandemic. Are you getting it? So this is global example. This is local example. Then give some national example within India. How can you show that actness? See, very simple. They are asking you should have sense of kindness today in society. Today, any India in any incident, whether people are showing kindness to others, any incidents, can you relate it? Giving scholarship, okay. Hmm. That is going and helping some, involving in some socially responsible activities like helping the orphanage people, educating them, providing free education to them, or helping old age homes, funding to them, also a sense of kindness. So that you can include in as your example from your personal life. You say that in your personal life, I am a very socially responsible citizen. Even when I was studying, every week I make sure that I visit an ashramam where I can provide food to them. What I am telling is, make sure that you write a socially responsible, try to justify the question like by you might have done some kind of good activity. Nobody here is going to be a bad citizen. Clear? You might have done some kind of good activity in your life. Imagine that, recollect those experiences and try to include as in your personal life experience. Is it clear? Maybe every one of you would have helped some person who is suffering. Either you would not have understood. You see, even in your classroom, somebody who is not understanding a concept. After that, he is asking me, sitting near to you and asking you, sir, what you said I did not understand. I'm feeling fear. You tell me. You can explain him if you know. That is an act of kindness that will change. What it will change? That the other person who don't understand now, if he is able to understand, he will feel which one? Very happy or not? Yes, you can see that happiness in others' face. You will also feel happy when you share the knowledge. Are you getting it? In that way, you can also show your kindness to your fellow students. Are you getting it? So you include varieties of examples, personal example, work life example. You say, when I was working, that my friend had some immediately some economic problem in his home where his father or somebody went for surgery, so I arranged money from my college circle, alumni circle, and we helped them. Because of that, even today he is feeling very grateful to me and is having more trust upon me. So I know that the sense of kindness is always much more important than actually having an what to say, fake other, just physically like saying that we are best friends, we are this that. What is more important in reality, how much you are kind to others. Are you getting it? So tell from professionally, personally, and then tell from the lives of administrators. See, before that, national example, what you can give? Any protest which is happening in the country. Are you getting it? What is the protest which are happening? Various protests, tribal protest happening, farmer protest happening, labor protest happening. See, if you show what kind of kindness, see, most of the times, no, like some news I have seen, like where Hindu pilgrimage, when they are going to some temple in Tamil Nadu, what they did is, they used to, that is Murugar temple, Murugar, yes, nearby Palani only. They used to walk and worship that god. Like more than 200 kilometers, they will walk on the road. During that time, on the roadside, in nearby Madurai, especially Muslim people of Muslim religion, they gave them juice and fruit drinks to them while they were in their pilgrimage journey. So that shows the sense of kindness, and that will also shows how we have to live today harmoniously between religions. So is it clear? So it will not only promote harmony, it will also promote better coordination, understanding, trust between communities, and reduce communal incidents in India. Are you getting it? So what you can do, include examples from, while including examples from national level or state level, you can always include examples from current affairs. I came across one more incident, that is while including administrators. Administrators are whom? IAS officer, IPS officer, political persons, people are who are in public life. Yes, and even those big corporates, Tatas, Ambanis, Adanis, which you want to talk about, or even scientists, or moral thinkers. You can include everyone, great leaders, reformers, administrators, moral thinkers, life journey. But which is more relevant, you try to include. For example, while talking about administrators, I came across one news 6 months back in newspaper. He studied with me only, one of our friend only in Tamil Nadu. He got cleared in, is working as IAS in UP cadre. I saw in newspaper only, I came to know. What he said is, press went and asked him that you are working as an district collector, so but with respect to PDS schemes, you are not actually doing properly. So there are a lot of problems, corruption which are reported, and most of the time people are not getting goods, PDS items in shops, ration shops. So for that, what he said, he said that government is not running any Swiggy Zomato service. Clear? So that was a statement he made which looked very idiotic and odd, because a person who is occupying the bureaucracy, you should have concern for the vulnerable sections. Because somebody is not getting, means we are not talking about Ambanis, Adanis who don't had their breakfast. They will somehow have it. We are talking about somebody from a BPL people. If they don't get it, today their lives might be in danger, or they are having a really an economic problem. That's why government is doing it. When you don't understand that reality, when you don't have the sense of kindness towards the fellow citizens, how much ever high position you attain in life, that will not make any value to the people. Are you getting it? So it is valueless. These people are valueless. Are you getting it what I am saying? You have the liberty to write. So collect those kind of positive example as well as negative example to justify the answer. Is it clear? Are you getting some idea how to write? Yes? Next question onwards, everyone should give examples from your life. Yes? So this one. Yes? This you can give. Tell me, to awaken the people, it is the woman who must be awakened. Once she is on the move, the family moves, village moves, nation moves. Jawaharlal Nehru. Yes? Yes, smile is there. Give me points then. Why? Why woman is on the movements, nation moves? This is said in that day's context. Huh? What happened? Did not understand. What they are telling is promote woman-led development. That is what. Women should be given recognition. They should be promoted. That is, if you develop the ability of the woman, then you are going to awaken the nation only, they are saying. Yes, that is true. That is true. That's why Nehru said that time only. But how do you relate that today? Even today, we are facing various problems such as, what are they? Gender discrimination. Then, tell me, what are the problems of women? Gender discrimination. Then, social oppression. Then, they are also facing various problems like not getting equal pay for equal work. Yes. Yes. So even there is also the prevalence of what are the other problems women face? Sexual harassment or workplace. So many of these problems which are concerning women actually can be improved in India. How it can be improved? See, when you give the woman the responsibility, the kind of skill development, now even the women's reservation bill recently, you include that. What do you say? The women's reservation bill or Women's Reservation Act, it was passed, no? So 2023, which was passed recently, where we promised to give one-third representation to women. The main objective is we wanted to empower the women because they are facing discrimination across socially, economically, politically, on all arenas. But across politically, they are facing high discrimination. But still, they also face social and economic discrimination. So, if you could improve the lives of women in India, the literacy rate will improve, then other indicators will improve, and along with that, what are the other useful things will happen? See, suppose today, what is the literacy rate of women? Yesterday we have seen 74, 71, only 71. Still 29% of the women are not getting literacy in India. If you could do that, then what condition will improve? See, there will be better, what you can say, there will be first thing, better socialization will happen. Will it happen? What is socialization? Socialization means once a child is born, the kind of good values which a child learn from their parents in the childhood. That is, you should be clean, you should every day take bath, you should not tell a lie, you should be honest in life. Are you getting it? These basic values which a child learns from their parents is referred as socialization value. If a woman we are able to educate better, the socialization of the children will be better in the country. So we can able to generate, what are the things we can generate? We can generate socially responsible citizens. So we can generate socially responsible citizens. And then what are the other things will happen if you educate the woman, or if you could provide better opportunities for women in terms of providing financial opportunities, in terms of not discriminating them, even at home as well as in society. What will happen? Woman will improve. See, when the woman is getting educated, she will educate the child, she will improve the conditions of the home, she will improve the conditions of the society, and the nation itself will develop. Are you getting it what I am saying? So there is a connection. Why there is a connection? Because when a woman is employed, she makes sure she transfers some of her knowledge to the kids also, and the kids as well as to the everyone in the home. So everyone learns and the nation grow, nation also earns, and that will lead to more job creation, and it will lead to more employment generation. And what are the other things which will be ethically important? Ethically good values can be inculcated with kids. What are those values? Better ethical values like honesty, integrity can be implemented, can be followed. So once a woman is able to get more freedom, she will also make sure that to her next generation, her children also gets the same freedom. When she is able to get education, she also transfers some of the good values in the education to the children's. Once she is getting good health, she will also transfer the education health awareness, how to maintain proper health. The awareness can be transferred to the children. So by concentrating on women, we can concentrate on better educational, social, economic opportunities. Why economic? If the woman is studying and she is working, means she also makes sure her kids are also getting proper education and they get some job. Is it or not? So when we concentrate on the woman development, then what will happen? The condition of the family will improve. Once the condition of the each and every family in India is improving, then the society will improve. When the society improves, then India as a nation will improve. Are you getting it? So try to relate it. So try to say the benefits of that, and try to say something today what is happening in India, especially the from current affairs, women's reservation bill will really change the environment. Yes. So can you write this? Yes, are you getting it? Any other example? Tell me. What kind of ideas? Okay. So for generation of better ideas, we want better promotion of women. Okay. So you what is those ideas? You be very clear. That's all. Yeah. Okay. So write on that also. How you feel, you write it. But make sure you come up with clarity in your example. Yes, next one. Do not hate anybody, because hatred that comes out from you must in the long run come back to you. If you show hatred to others, hate will come back to you. If you love, that love will come back to you, completing the circle. Who said? Swami Vivekananda. Yes, very good quote. But you can write very good answers also. What you can write? See, you apply this concept in the from your, see now various examples I will tell you. You just give me some examples. From your personal life you tell me, from professional life you tell me, and then from like college life you tell me, and then from local level any current affairs examples you tell me, and then from the lives of great administrators you tell me, and then from any moral thinkers or spiritual thinkers, or from epic, or from epic Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Not only Hindi epic, you can also talk from Quran and Bible. Clear? Yes. So now what are the examples you can say? So basically they are talking about theory of karma. What you give back to others, that will come back to you. That's as simple as that. Now how you can relate that in today's context? Today's context, you can say in current affairs, in international relations. What example can you say? You can say Pakistan. Pakistan for a long time, it was promoting terrorist attacks. It was promoting or breeding terrorists to attack against India. So it was long time doing bad thing against India. And today what is happening? Most of these terrorists are also killing their people and attacking their country. So what you give back to us, it's coming back to you. Clear? In international relations, talk about India-Pakistan issue. Yes, then from any administrator's life, or from any Buddha, Jain, any spiritual leader's life, anything can you say? Or from epic, any Arjuna's life, something has happened, sir, like this. Duryodhana gave hatred for Pandavas. Finally, only that hatred came back to him. He was a most talented, hard-working person, even better than Arjuna. He was considered to be that who? Duryodhana, better than Bhima. But in the battlefront, he is having more professional talent. But the problem with him, what is the problem? His emotion. That is, he had a sense of hatredness towards them. But Arjuna was not having that. So because of that, Arjuna showered, what to say, goodness. So he fighted only for good cause. But he developed this sense of hatredness towards Pandavas. Because of that, that hate only came back to him. So include from epics with one. Dronacharya, what is this? Duryodhana. Duryodhana's life. Yes, any administrators? No. Hmm. Hmm. Implement the project. She did not give respect to political leaders. Uh, uh. So again, now people are facing. So we are. Hmm. Hmm. Um, but how will you relate with this? So she showed love. The IAS officer, she showered love to the people, and people gave the love back to her when she was transferred. Is it clear? Who will get that love and affection from people? Only those are really honest and what to say, corrupt free. But very difficult to find those kind of people all the times. Is it or not? Once in Salu? Ah, ah. Okay. What is so that is environmental conservation. So environmental conservation. So she got award. So that can be written. She showed love towards nature and she got award. So that love came back in the form of award. Yes. Then we will now come here. Then personal life, professional life, anything. Personal life, you say that you helped someone who really in need, one of your friend who is having financial problem, he asked you 100 rupees. Don't say 100 rupees and all. You helped the financial problem of your friend, and when you are in need, they helped them. So I what I gave back is came to me. Are you getting it? But make sure you are telling it in a right sense. What is important is the value. Ethics paper is not what to say, you take it for granted. If you don't follow the values, just write some stories, means examiner will seriously get irritated. It's a very thin line. You need to finely maintain whatever you are writing. It is conveying some value, truth, honesty, justice, equality, liberty, integrity, professional efficiency. Are you getting it? So try to include those values in your answer. Animal conservatist, so you can talk about that. Yes, so you showered some love to some dog, and some other day some other dog protected you. See, it's what I am telling is, try to make some examples where which is giving some value. Love and that is love and affection can be given from your personal life. Personal life you can give, but don't override that. Don't throw out the answer, then it will become a biopic where self praise yourself. Yes, don't do that. You got the idea, no? How to present this answer? Easiest part in section A, most easiest part is this one only. But sometimes, if they ask you quote bit in complicated language, then problem will come. Since all the questions are easy this year, does not mean every year quotes will be easy. Sometimes they will come out with some tough quotations also. Yes. Now coming to the next question. Yes, what really matters for success, character, happiness, and lifelong achievements is a definite set of emotional skills. IQ, that is IQ, not just your EQ, it's not IQ, EQ. Your EQ, not just purely cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ test. What they are telling is EQ is important more than IQ. Do you agree with this view? Give reasons to support your answer. So the most important part is they are asking you a question. You have the liberty to choose. You agree with it or you don't agree with it. What do you say? Everybody got understood what is the question? See, they are asking you four components for success, for character, and then for happiness, and then for lifelong achievements. Write it. The subheading should be present in your answer. Lifelong achievements. These 4 things you should write about. Why? Because all this, somebody who is having EQ better than IQ, they will achieve all this. What are they? A better success, a good character, you will have good happiness, you will have lifelong achievement. First we should know what is the difference between IQ and EQ. And one more thing is SQ. That is, first is intelligent quotient. Intelligent quotient means what? Knowledge. How much academic knowledge you are having. Yes. Then second is emotional quotient. Emotional quotient means the ability. What is emotional quotient or emotional intelligence means? It is the ability. Write it. Kindly write it. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to handle one's own emotions, ability to handle one's own emotions and interpersonal relationships in a better manner. In a better manner. In a better manner. What they do? People who are emotionally intelligent people, now focus here. What they do? They see, for example, I always say Dhoni is the person who can be quoted as a emotionally intelligent person. Yes, he never shows his emotions on field. Even though he says that in the interview, even I am a human, I tend to get emotions. But the ability to, how he is able to control his emotions inside the field, that is what making man emotionally intelligent person. That is the ability to be calm, to maintain that calmness even during stress situation, and even to take risk aversive, that is taking a risky decision during the crucial point of the game, that is having the courage to take. Where is the courage coming from? Because of his ability to stay calm in the situation gives him the confidence to assess the situation better than compared to others, because others are bothered about result, but he is able to control his emotion and stay focused in the in the present game, in the moment. That's what is very important. So emotionally intelligent persons can handle their own emotion, as well as they will able to understand their friends and others' emotion very well. Somebody is coming to you, if you could see them, you interact with them, you could through their emotions only, if you could sense them that person is in problem, then you should be in a position to help them or support them at least, or convince them at least. Are you getting it? That person is also referred as emotionally intelligent person. Not just understanding your own emotion. If suppose the other person is angry, means you should not go and make joke before him. Is it or not? Is it or not? It doesn't, he's sad, you go and make some joke before him. Do you think he's an emotionally intelligent person? He's an emotionally idiotic person. If you don't understand other people's emotions also, they can't survive in life. That's why this question is asked. It's very important topic, an important quality. I always say, even to clear UPSC also, you require this ability only, not IQ. Not only for life, for everything. That's why they ask this question. For success, happiness, for everything, IQ doesn't matter. IQ you can build at any time in your life, but EQ cannot be built in a single day. Are you getting it? Why success? Why success? Why emotionally intelligent person can be able to get easy success? Because a person who is emotionally intelligent, they will, even if they work in any atmosphere, government department or private department, wherever they are working, any organization, they will try to work collaboratively. They will have a friendly atmosphere. They know how to talk with others. Are you getting it? How to present themselves to others, how to respect others' values. Are you getting it? These things will be better done by whom? An emotionally intelligent person. So what they will do? They will try to collaborate, and they will also try to work with, that is get the help from others. They will try to work with others in a better manner, and also they will try to collaborate and coordinate well. So emotionally intelligent person, this is the biggest advantage. If somebody is emotionally intelligent means they can work with a team very easily. Somebody who is more talented, but in a company, in an organization, he is not able to speak with anyone. He always shows attitude to others. Does it help the organization? How much ever talented let it be, but your talent will be meaningful when you cannot do and respect other humans, their emotions. Is it clear? Because Team success is very important. So function as a team in any organization, let it be government or private. Coordination and collaboration is important. And for that, emotional intelligence is important quality. Second comes character. Why character? How it will improve one character? So he will have, that is what kind. See, for example, if I am emotionally somebody, let's imagine somebody is emotionally intelligent person, they are going on road, they are seeing some person has got accident. Emotionally intelligent person, what he will do? He will understand that person. He might be having a family, he might be having kids. Suppose we are in that position, what somebody will help us, no, why can't we help them? They will understand. So they will show more good values such as compassion, sympathy, honesty, integrity. So they will try to do show all these values towards others in a better manner. That's why their character will be much better. Is it clear why emotional quotient is very important? Yes. Next, happiness. How it will improve happiness? That is okay. That is give and take policy. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That is correct. See, emotionally intelligent person will not have problems with many people. They know how to handle people. Somebody is sad, he know how to talk. Somebody is excited, he know how to sync with them. Somebody is very normal, he know how to make them happy. So, and he also knows how to work with them in a better manner, how to motivate them. Are you getting it? Since he is having all these good qualities, what he can do, it will it will not complicate his life very much. He knows, since he is able to handle interpersonal relationship in a better manner, he will feel more happy, because he will, even when he is helping others who is in need, when he is showing that emotion to others, in that while helping others, he will feel very happy. Is it clear? So why they are able to be very happy in life? Because it gives a sense of satisfaction. And then, so emotional intelligence person carry a sense of satisfaction. Why? Because when they try to help someone, they get satisfied feel and they will be very happy. Then what are the other things? They will also be able to, tell me. Ah, hmm. Others problem, his own problem he will solve it. As well as happiness is not always dependent on you. Happiness is always one way it is dependent on you, on other side it is also dependent on others surrounding you. They, how they react to you also influence your happiness. So one way you say internally I will be happy because when I am helping someone I will feel an satisfaction feel. And I will also, when I interact with others, I make sure I can manage their interpersonal emotions very well, so there will not be any conflict, so there will be a better coordination and friendship, which will give me more happiness in life. Clear? So they will be able to handle interpersonal emotions. They will be able to handle interpersonal emotions in a better manner compared to a person who is not having EQ. Clear? Final one, lifelong achievement. Why? Why not immediate achievement and all? Even for your lifelong achievement also, IQ is not important. Yes? EQ is important, they are saying. Why? Think and say. I have given you best example of Dhoni. Till now in cricket arena, no captain has won all the World Cups, ICC tournaments like Dhoni has done. Why? I said because he is having emotional quotient which is much better than all the team players. At least he is able to do better than others. That's why he was able to win all the World Cup events. Yes. So why he is able to make lifelong achievements this much? What made him to do? Controlling his emotion. That is, in that you have to talk very deeply, not superficially. That is, while controlling his emotion, see, everybody goes through ups and downs in life. Is it or not? Even Dhoni also had lot of failures as a captain and success as a captain. But Since Dhoni is an emotionally intelligent captain, what he done is, whenever he faced failure, he know how to handle his failure. He will not overreact to failure. He will take it as a lesson. And whenever he is able to get more success, he will not get over excitement also. Why? Because he knows next he has to focus on next tournament. He stays in the moment. He will not get too much excited also, too much sad also. So he is able to maintain his emotion. By controlling his emotions, he is like, suppose most of the people what they do is, when they fail in life, they will, what they will say, think, we have lost everything in life, gone is gone, that's all. Year after what we do, year after everything is gone, then trying is gone, where's life is gone, here like that they will keep on telling no. So these kind of people, they cannot come again in life very strongly. But people who are emotionally intelligent, they will not react to this extent. They will just say, okay, fine, it's over, next I will focus on the coming one. Are you getting it? So they know how to handle their life personally very well compared to a person who is not having proper emotional intelligence. So success and achievements will always come to people who are able to handle emotional intelligence very well. Are you getting it? You have plenty lot of things to talk about. Talk about everything, not just Dhoni. I just gave you an example. You bring in example from varieties of, see, even IPS officers, they show lot of emotional intelligence in their professionalism, because they handle multiple things at a day. So we discuss, some of my friend who cleared this exam, he came across a situation where he was like in this situation like this, he handled it very coolly and he is able to help the people. Something, are you getting it what I am saying? Include examples from varieties of life, not just from your personal life. Yes, so do you agree with this view? If you agree, whatever we have discussed is correct. If you don't agree, then you generate the points. If IQ is better, but you cannot argue better, that is a problem. If you don't agree, see, Einstein has more, but he is the one who is having more IQ in the world. They are saying, no, highest EQ, his brain, how much they has used? 6-7%. He is the one who used brain more, they are saying, in the world. So his IQ only is very high. Even to him, if you apply, you can say that he is not the happiest person. When it comes to family life, he is not the happy person. Diverse, some personal problems he had. Yes, health problem also he had. So he is not the happiest person. On the another side, he is the most intelligent person. We agree. But you cannot say he is an happiest person. Yes, do you know anything about his character except scientific character? Personal character, you know, whether he is an honest person, we cannot say. Just being intelligent quotient doesn't mean it will improve your character. It will always give you success. Even Einstein had a lot of failure. Only some of the theories are very popular. Are you getting it? So how you handle this? See, success and failure come to every one of us. But the way the emotionally intelligent people handles is different from how these IQ people handle. Clear? Now this one. Differentiate between moral intuition from moral reasoning with suitable examples. Yes, here they are asking about two things only. One is moral intuition. Another is moral reasoning. What is moral intuition? Morality, you know. By reading the word only you can give me, define me, tell me, easy only. Hmm? Can I take guess? Moral intuition means it is the inner gut feel you get in a situation. See, all the time you cannot think. All the time you cannot think and you can take react to decisions in life. Most of the times what it will happen? Your inner feel, which one? Some subconscious gut feel. Yes. So if you use your gut feel to the ethical dilemma, that is the inner gut feel. If you use to the ethical dilemmas of life, then that is referred as moral intuition. How it functions? How it functions. See how you get that inner feel through your experiences, everyday experiences, your learning by seeing things around us. Through that you get variety of experiences that will be registered in your subconscious mind, and that will give you some idea. See, suppose when you do something, your inner gut feel will say what you are doing is not good. Sometimes you might go without helmet. Your inner gut feel will say, don't do like this. Police, if they take you, means 500 rupees, 1000 rupees is gone. So don't go. But will you listen? If you don't listen, then you are not following moral intuition. Moral intuition persons will react to their gut feel. They will immediately return their bike, go to home, take helmet and go. Are you getting it? Yes. So if you listen to your gut feel, inner feel, how you develop that inner feel? It comes with varieties of education, awareness, by learning around the people around us, by looking at the things. You just learn and improve your moral intuition. Morality is the inner value which you hold. That also how it develops based on your experiences. What you read, what you listen, what socialization value you got in life, that is moral values. That will shape your moral values. But moral thinking will be, moral intuition will be generally influenced by the gut feel which you get. Are you getting it? So generally this is done instantaneously. So it is used instantaneously. Instantaneously means what? Suddenly. Sudden. For sudden decisions in life, most of the times which we will, when any confusions is happening, which we wanted to do fastly, means what we will do? We will listen to our inner gut feel only. What it says we will do. But other side, if you think about that situation, let's not react to it now. Let's give it some time. And you think about what is the positive here, what is the negative here, whether ethical value is there, whether ethical value is not there. So if you if you take a deliberate and conscious decision, based on reasoning, write it. Deliberate and conscious decision based on sound reasoning or logical reasoning. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of moral reasoning? See, suppose you are, for example, they are asking you, a government constructing dam inside tribal area. Is it correct or wrong decision? Now what will you do? If you have a good moral reasoning, what will you do? You will think. What will you think? Government constructing dam is good for society, especially for farmers, because they will get better irrigation facilities. It will lead to agricultural development that will promote the economic growth of the country, GDP of the India. Yes, but on the other side, when we construct the dam, the poor tribal people may be replaced from the forest. Because of that, the tribal people may lose their livelihood. Their cultural values might be lost. The gods which they pray, the sacred god which they pray, they might not have their lineage or continuity. So if you replace them from the forest, it will affect their everyday, day-to-day, all the domains of life. Are you getting it? So looking at that position, what government is doing may not be morally correct. If you say this after thinking about all this, then that is referred as which one? Moral reasoning. Are you getting it? Yes? But sometime you just react instantaneously. Like I said, no, taking helmet or not taking. The everyday decision we come across some dilemma. But for most of this dilemma, we will not use our brain to think so much. What we do, we listen to our gut feel. Based on our experiences, beliefs and values, we follow that. That is referred as moral intuition. So in life, which is required? So in life, so what you can say, because every time you cannot think and you cannot take decision. We cannot have that much space in life. So for life to be successful, what you can say is, so for successful life, we require combination of which one? So successful life requires combination of both moral, which one? Intuition plus moral reasoning. But which is better? See, moral reasoning will be better for detailed and complicated problems. Is it clear? Moral intuition will be for short-lived problems, which is not having any deeper impact, any superficial problems. Problems which requires instantaneous decision. For that, intuition can be used. But for complicated real problems, we generally wanted to use which one? Moral reasoning. Are you getting it? Are you understanding what I am saying? Make sure that you are understanding the terminologies, meanings, what we are explaining. Only if you know that, you can give varieties of examples. So what is important is you should give examples from your life where we have used moral intuition. Yes? See, not all the times your moral intuition may be correct. Sometimes it might be wrong also. How? Sometimes you have not, suppose you have not studied for the exam, you come for the test. Yes? So you are listening to the gut feel. Your gut feel is telling, see, if I don't do the test, the teacher will scold you. So I will copy from my friend. If your gut feel says yes, means you will copy. Is it or not? Yes? So moral guts, moral intuition is the instantaneous moment. Not all the times it is that, but you will try to have some moral value. Even while doing that, you make sure that your values are good, means you will try to follow that honesty value. But if you are morally corrupt person, means what will you do? What you doing is correct only, like that you will justify. Are you getting it? So include those kind of examples in moral intuition and moral reasoning. So moral reasoning is very much important for implementing policy making, administrative decisions. But for a police officer or for somebody who is involved in day-to-day decisions, instantaneous decisions. Suppose you are getting a call being SP of district, communal riot is happening. What will you tell? You cut the call, I will think about the moral implications of the society and on the stakeholders involved and get back to you. If you say, you are the most socially irresponsible person. Yes, by the time you think 100 people will die. So you need to go with the gut feel there. What is a gut feel? First thing, the concern should be protecting the lives of people. Let it be any community, Hindu, religious, or between two caste community, people's lives should be protected. Next comes your colleagues who are actually on ground, police officers who are on ground. They should also be not harmed. So how do you do this? Make sure you are talking to someone who is an intermediary, any leader, a goodwill person from the locality who can coordinate these people. If he is not able to do, then you come and try to talk to them. Even if they don't respond to you, then you make sure that then you get the permission of your IAS officer regarding at least using which one? Smoke screens, bomb, that smoke bomb, use that, or use some fire, that water, they will use some water. They will use the water at a rash speed. They will apply it. Then comes the last shoot on sight order. Is it clear? So there is a step-by-step procedure which needs to be followed. That is the standard. What they say is SOP. That is standard operating procedures. So that protocol needs to be followed. It doesn't mean that you have every liberty to immediately you take the gun, go, hey, you are the people who are involved in communal riot, you cannot shoot. You need to get permission from IAS officer. Without his permission, you cannot implement section 144. Is it clear? So it requires. So moral intuition is actually required for everyday problems and even moral reasoning also. So depending upon the nature of the problem, both should be used in our day-to-day life. Is it clear? But only thing is, we should not compromise the moral values. Clear? Yes? Next one, fifth question. So is conscience, sorry, not consciousness, conscience. Conscience means what? That inner feel which you get, no? What do you say in Kannada? Inner, huh? That will speak to you always. Your inner, what do you say? Inner heart, that will always speak to you. Most of the people say listen to it. It will always speak correct only. That is conscience. How it actually builds? It builds based on how you are brought up in a society. That is based on socialization values from teachers, from parents, from your friends, peer groups, and what you study, what experience you get in life. Everything shapes your conscience. So conscience is like what they say is, it is the internal compass. So conscience is the internal compass of the people. So now what they are saying is conscience a more reliable guide when compared to laws, rules and regulations in the context of ethical decision making discuss. What is the meaning? Are you understanding the question? What is conscience? I said it is the inner feel, that is listening to your inner gut feel or internal compass of your what inner voice you can say, the other inner voice of you which speaks to you. This conscience, listening to that, is it very important compared to laws, rules, regulations when it comes to where in the context of ethical decision making? What do you mean by ethical decision making? See, ethics itself discusses what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. So that is the ethical decision making. What is good decision, what is bad decision, what is right decision, what is wrong decision. So these are only discussed in ethical decision making. So how will you come to the correct decision? Based on what? Conscience. Is it conscience is more reliable while you take a decision, or you need to follow the rules and regulations? Which is more important guide for you? What do you feel? Huh? Conscience, huh? Why? See, they are asking about two things. One is conscience, second is laws, rules and regulations. Yes, tell me. So what is conscience? It is nothing but the internal compass. Internal compass for your ethical values, for your ethical values. So it is the inner voice, or you say the inner voice, which always have that clarity. What is right, what is wrong, it will tell you, it will teach you. So is that is important, or just following laws, rules? You know what is the meaning of laws, rules, regulations? Is this is important? Which will be a, see, they are not asking you important, which is a more reliable guide. Why? See, for a thief, if you go and talk, no, thief, you just get him, and if you talk to me, what talk to him, what he will say? Sir, because of my social condition, sir, so only I did. If you listen to his story, you will see what he will say. He is morally correct only, he will say. But for us, it is morally wrong. Taking others' property is not good. Stealing is a wrong thing. But what he will say, as per his morality, I am correct, sir. Because my family condition, my society treated me like this, nobody helped me. So morality will differ from person to person. If you listen to your conscience all the time, sometimes conscience can also deviate you. Are you getting it? Why deviate you? Because there are some situations where your conscience will come in problem with which one? Laws, rules and regulations of the country. So that time, if you listen to your conscience means, then you will be violating the laws. Huh? Huh. See, all the times we cannot just implement the, see, both are important only, I agree. See, for example, I will give you a situation. Yeah, old lady, imagine you are an IAS officer, district collector, you are in the office. Now, yes, old lady is coming and waiting to meet to you. Is it clear? And you are in some busy work, and you came to know, you have seen that lady is waiting outside your office. So she is waiting for a long time to meet you, you got to know. Now, you are going and interacting with her out of the concern that she is a senior citizen. Now you got to know that actually she is actually living in a below poverty condition. She is not having any money for to take care of herself, and her kids are not taking also supporting her. Is it clear? Now, as per government scheme, you have the every liability, that you have every responsibility to include them under Antyodaya Anna Yojana. Senior citizens, you are in tough conditions. Government is giving free distribution of food grains at a concessional rate. Yes, so we are giving freely to these people who above 60 years of age under the scheme. Now, when you look at them, see, you can include them under your, which one? Under you, the beneficiary of this scheme. But you get to know that she is not having any other document also. Now, in this situation, you cannot really help her. Is it clear? Since she is not having the required document to be the beneficiary of this scheme. But you know very well that if she requires immediate help, so that her condition will be better. So, now if you just follow the rules and regulations, will it help her? So, that time you are going to listen your which one? Conscience. See, that is what it works in complementary or supplementary or contradictory, everything will come. See, there are sometimes there are areas where laws will be not there, inadequate in some areas, and some laws will be actually it will having the features of what, which can be morally questionable. What are morally questionable laws? Can you say? No, in India, all the laws you are accepting it. Helmet fine 1,000 rupees. Do you accept it? I morally question it. Yes, 1,000 rupees is a helmet price only. Instead of paying you fine, government should give them helmet. That should be the approach. Idea is you wanted them to wear helmet. Idea is not to loot the money from common man who don't obey the law. Is it or not? Idea is to reform citizen. No. When reform will happen? When you punish somebody will change. It is not always. Sometimes you need to support the citizen. Is it or not? Most of in our country, most of the laws are oriented towards not reforming the individual. Most of the times laws are designed in a manner to punish the citizen for violating it. So there is a big difference how you operate laws in India, and in this situation those laws are morally questionable. Is it questionable or not? And there are areas where laws are still not there. In many areas now only we are trying to bring in laws, even to digital data which we are maintaining, where in Aadhaar lot of our useful information of Indian citizens, that privacy has been shared, leaked in online. But we did not have digital data protection bill. Now only we are bringing in. Now we are prescribing serious, what to say, fine for those people who are involving in data breaching activities. Do you know that? Digital data protection bill we have covered in current affairs class. Remember? Huh? Remember how much fine? Very 250 crore, very huge amount. So that is also questionable. Yes, fine is okay, but such a large fine. So there are a lot of complications in laws. Some laws you can accept it. Some laws you have difference of opinion. Some laws are not at all there in some areas. Some laws you can question it. Now in those areas, you can listen to which one? Your conscience. That will tell you what is right in that situation. But in remaining areas, we have to make sure laws, rules and regulations are implemented properly, so that what should be done? The ethical decision making, like what is right and good, should be decided in a proper manner. Are you getting it what I am saying? So try to include various examples. What are the examples you can say? What are the other examples nationally, internationally? Anything? Even you can talk about India-Canada relation. Are you getting it? Now we are having a very serious rift in problem between these two countries. Where this root cause of the problem started? Huh? Khalistan issue. Yes? So, even in the Khalistan issue, the killing of the terrorist, the way the Canadian president handled this, that is what created rift between two countries. See, what he did is, he did not listen to his which one conscience. Who? The Canadian president. What he did, he actually went with the information which he has got from some other people. But here, he need to be morally responsible. What is it morally responsible? Now because of him, the relationship between two countries have got affected. So if he would have used his conscience, means he would not have talked to such an extent. Are you getting it? Relate it with various events. Even you can talk about Russia-Ukraine war. Why? No, you cannot apply. He has applied that conscience only, he has listened to know. Putin, he always takes instantaneous decisions only, most of the times. He declares a war on his own. Is it or not? So, which one? Ah, failed to stop the war. So, internationally, we don't have a law which can take action against Russia. In the absence of the law, what is required is when one country tries to attack another country, that time what is more required is the conscience, which should be present in these kind of people who are leading who are heading the country. But that moral conscience was missing in whom? Missing in Putin when he declared a war on whom? Ukraine. Are you getting it? Since in the absence of laws, he should have listened to conscience, but since his moral conscience, he did not, what to say, moral influence or moral conscience, he dictated him in the wrong side, where he end up, which one? Fighting a war against Ukraine. If his moral conscience was good, it would have been guided him not to wage a war against Ukraine. Rather, he would have went and negotiated with them, or asked for help from collective world leaders. Are you getting it what I am saying? So try to apply the concept nationally, locally, globally in your personal life, professional life. That is when you are going to get marks, not for just describing the meaning of this question. Are you getting it clearly? Do you know how to write it now? Getting some idea at least, you can improve. Now coming to the next question, probability break. We don't have break. Live session is going on. Well, what's the time now? 6:30. Just we have one more question. Section A we will complete today at least. Up to 6B we will complete and we will end the session. Clear? At least we should have some continuity. Case studies we can do tomorrow also in another session. At least we will try to complete section 8 in today's session. We have just 2 more questions to go. Probability is essential for effective system of governance and socio-economic development. Discuss. Why? What is the meaning of probability? Probability is the ability of the person to that is to maintain, that is not doing any corruption activities. Probability means what? It is the ability of not engaging or involving in corrupt activities. So that is, so no corruption. Probability means it is the absence of corruption, and it will involve the highest values in principle. That is, they will follow honesty, integrity, and accountability. Honesty, integrity, and accountability, that will be followed at the highest level in the person who is having probability in administration. Probability means something who is doing his task without getting any corruption, without demanding corruption. So this is an important quality in administration, public administration. So what they are asking here is also how it is essential for the governance and socio-economic development. So you need to talk about 2 things. One is probability, that is how much it is going to be useful for your governance and socio-economic development. Are you understanding? Able to follow what concepts we are discussing? Whatever we say, you will say yes only. No doubts? You are able to follow, no? Understand, no? How to write ethics answer? Yes, it comes with understanding. You need to practice these terminologies, whatever it is there, you will get used to once the classes are over. So don't focus on those terminology. What you should focus is how you, after understanding the meaning of the word, how you are able to write the answer effectively. That is the skill you need to develop. Is it clear? Yes. So how probability will help in governance? Probability means, I said, it is the ability of the person to remain corruption free in their administration, and ability to maintain highest qualities such as honesty. Honesty, you know what is honesty. Integrity means the person is able to, he is following rule just not because for others he is following because for himself. That is the reason integral person will follow traffic signal during night time also. Is it clear? They don't do it for others. Honest person will do it for others also. Why? Daytime they will follow the signal. Night time they may or may not follow the signal. But person who is integral person, he will always follow the traffic rules. Why? Because he is not following the rules for others. He is following that. Why? Because for his self-satisfaction. That is why integral persons are very tough to find, or very rare persons are integral in today's society. Clear? Now coming here, how it will improve the administration? Somebody who is having these qualities in administration, then it will improve governance and socio-economic development. Why? Yeah. Very good point. That is what. So he will motivate or inspire his co-fellow workers. Is it clear? So write it. He will motivate or influence co-workers. Regarding what? Regarding staying honest. So with respect to staying honest, he will try to motivate others. Then a person who is having probity, they will be trying to be very transparent in their policies. Is it or not? Transparent means what? Whatever decisions they are making, they will make sure that the decisions are very open. As per law only they will take the decision. And whatever decision they make, they will be accountable to the people. They will say, based on this only we are following this decision. It is taken on based on rules we are following this. So they will be transparent. So that will improve the public. Which one? In addition, people will have more trust. Trust will increase. If suppose if you are accountable to the people, and if you are very transparent to the people, that you are following the rules, and people also got to know that this government officer, his administration in his office is very good, means people will come to you or not, people will trust you or not. So when trust is developed, governance will improve or not? Yes. So that is why governance will improve. What is actually governance? Governance is accountability, transparency, responsibility. All these crucial indicators are governance parameter. It can be easily implemented. Now, how it will improve socio-economic development? One crucial point is there. Correctly, if you say in administration, somebody who is honest, probity, who is having honesty, integrity value, he can work better for the socio-economic development. Why? Because of lack of corruption. Correct? So that because of lack of corruption, now what will happen? Government schemes will be implemented in an efficient manner. So when we can implement a scheme without any corruption in an efficient manner, people will get more confidence upon the government, as well as the poor people's condition will be improved. Now the problem is in bureaucracy, lot of corruption, red tapeism is prevalent. Because of that, so the amount of money which we need to transfer before, but now we are having direct transfer through which one? Aadhaar transfer we are doing with biometric authentication. Direct transfer has came. But before, what used to happen is, while implementing schemes, lot of corruption is used to prevail while transferring the money to the people. Even now also they are doing it. Because for transferring the fund to the beneficiary, before that only government officers are getting the money now. So they are doing it. So, but somebody who is having better, what to say, probity in administration, that is qualities like honesty, integrity, they can work for the problems of poor people. Are you getting it? Yes. This one, 6A. So one more question only. With this section A will be over. Yes. So what are the major teachings of Guru Nanak? Explain their relevance in contemporary world. This question is picked from your ancient history inspiration also. You would have studied in art and culture ancient history about Guru Nanak. Remember? So you have to talk about that. So what are the major teachings? What are the major teachings of Guru Nanak? Have not studied Sikhism, founder of your socio-religious reform movement. That is in case of our past 1, our past 2, 6th standard, 7th standard NCERT. Bhakti movement, Bhakti movement was there, but you have not studied about this one. Studied, but not too much. Yes, what did Guru Nanak teach to people? First is, Guru Nanak said that he believed in a concept of monotheism. Kindly write it. What do you mean by monotheism? Means God is one. What is that God? There is a only single God, and that God is not having any shape. Are you getting it? He believed in the concept of formless God. Formless God. And he also said that God is one only. That is his first concept. Are you getting it? Second, what he said is, if you want to worship God, you don't need to do elaborate puja, all these rituals and superstitions which they attach. Don't need to do that. So he was against the rituals and which one? Another one I said no, superstitions. So superstitions. Then he also, why his religion was very attractive means, he said that God is one, and in this world nobody should discriminate fellow citizens on the basis of their religion, caste, creed and all other things. So they should not differentiate, because everybody has the right. That is, he talked about the concept of social justice and equality. Equality means what? See, in Hinduism, we had the Varna system where we discriminated the entry of reserved caste into Hindu temples in the traditional India. But Sikhism, what they said is, everybody can come and worship God. Is it clear? Yes. But while worshipping it, what he said is, there should not be any discrimination. You should not do that. He is this religion, that religion, he is this caste, that caste, he is male, he is female, she is female. These kind of discriminations which are present in Hindu religion is absent in which one? Guru Nanak's teaching. Clear? Next one. What are the other things Guru Nanak said? Guru Nanak actually promoted the concept of seva. Have you seen? Nobody have visited Golden Temple? There they will give laheria. What is that? Langar. Even any Sikh temple, if you visit, even in Bengaluru or anywhere if you visit, they will surely feed you, because their religion says that they should always do seva. Seva means what? Feed the people who are in need. You should engage in more humanitarian work. Are you getting it? So this is one important teachings of Guru Nanak. Then what are the other teachings of Guru Nanak? What are the other things he said? He said that he also that individuals who are doing in Sikhism or his principles whom they are following, they should promote environment, sustainability. Then he also talked about values like inter-religious or interfaith harmony. Interfaith harmony. And what are the other things you can say about Guru Nanak? He also advocated people should work honestly, and they should also engage in hard work for their livelihood. Have you seen Sikh people coming and begging? Yes, generally they don't do that, because their religion don't encourage those practice. Because Guru Nanak was very clear, people should be honest and they should do hard work for their day-to-day living. So these are some of the major teachings of Guru Nanak. Interfaith means various religious people. You are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, all can come and worship God. Which God that is? It is not Sikhism God. It is only one God is present in this world. For everyone it is common. So we are only divided on the basis of religion, caste. This is the approach of Guru Nanak. That's why between religion it has promoted harmony. See, after writing this, second half of the question asks about their relevance in contemporary world. This is what is going to be very important, which is going to decide your mark. Relevance. So what is its relevance today? Whether it is more relevant or less relevant today, these teachings. Today, You have to talk about world, not only just about India. See, he talked about interfaith harmony. Do you think today interfaith harmony is there? Even yesterday, Azerbaijan, Armenian, the root cause of the problem is on religious lines. So, there are areas, what you can say, what I would advise you to write is, you say that there are areas where Guru Nanak's teachings are actually more relevant, and there are areas where his teachings are less relevant. So less relevant areas, you say it is in world countries, globe. Where are they? That is Azerbaijan. In Azerbaijan problem, Azerbaijan Armenian issue. Then what are the other problems? Yes. So honesty and hard work everybody is doing. Yes. So that is also not there. Talk about it. Then talk about seva. Seva is present in all religion. Most of the religion it is present in case of India. Even in Hindu religion also, we actually give, in temples only we have a culture of feeding the people. So you can talk about that. So that is relevant today. And even within Sikhism, most of the Guru Nanak's teachings are followed today. Are you getting it? Sikhs are today present. See, particularly talk about Guru Nanak Sikhism religion. They are present today in UK, Australia, Canada. After India, in Canada only they are the second largest population. So what you do is, they try to see, there are times when they don't engage in interfaith harmony. During the Khalistan issue also, what they are doing is, it is creating a rift between various communities or against India. You can talk about it. So they are not following Guru Nanak's teachings. Or you can say that rituals and superstitions, basically they don't engage in elaborate rituals, superstition. So you can say that, and they still follow the values of monotheism. They are still following it. So that is more relevant in India today. And most of the Sikhism people, they actually engage in honest and hard work. Is it clear? That you can say that is more relevant. Seva is also more relevant in India. Most of the Sikhism temple, they will be giving seva. What is that? Laheria. Langar is generally given. So they engage in humanitarian activities. But talk about activities like environmental sustainability. Sikhism in Punjab, they are unable to follow. Why? Because of the cultivation of rice. Which one? Change in cultivation from wheat to rice. Because of the influence of MSP price. Now ecological sustainability is in questionable situation in Punjab. Are you getting it? Because he talked about, Guru Nanak talked about better protection of environment. But that is not happening. Also talk about world countries also. Not just India. Make sure that wherever it is less relevant, the examples will be from across the world. Where it is more relevant, examples will be from India. Are you getting it? Yes? Let's go to the final question. Explain the concept of, explain the term social capital. How does it enhance good governance? What do you mean by social capital? Write it, then we will discuss. Social capital. So it involves community, yes. So social capital involves various qualities like community engagement, collective action, trust, information sharing, social inclusion, accountability. So all these are included under social capital. What is the meaning? See, how you define social capital means it is the networking. Is it clear? Networking means what? The friends, the kind of linkage which we have. That is social networking. Now, how it is influenced? It is influenced based on trust, it is influenced based on the shared beliefs, experiences, based how you maintain friends group. All your friends are your social capital. The resources which you know, whom you know in your life are your social capital. Are you understanding? Already in economics class we have discussed about factors of production. What are they? Land, labor, physical capital, so human capital. Human capital is also one social capital. Clear? So social capital means what? It involves networking of various individuals in your life, and those individuals, how they are developed in your life, how that networking is maintained based on various characteristics. So what are they? Based upon your experience, trust, your ability to negotiate, convince, based on all these parameters, social capital is shaped. And it also includes, it will helps in all these activities. What are they? So to promote good governance, so to enhance good governance, these parameters are helped in social capital. What are they? See, if you are having a good social capital, means what you can do? A good networking. You are living in an apartment, you have good networking, then what you can do? You want to clean up the apartment. Environmentally, socially, we wanted to make it plastic free. Can you make it possible? Yes, a person who is having good social capital, they will bring up all the people. Their networking friends will arrive. Come on, we will do it. They will do it. Is it clear? So they will have good community engagement. Then they will also have very good collective action. Yes, because they all share that bonding, because it's a personal level bonding which they can use it for enhancing governance. What is good governance? Good governance includes practices like transparency, responsibility, accountability. So good governance will include all this. Still more parameters are there. I am writing the important parameters of good governance. For a good governance, when we will say an organization is very transparent in its functioning, no hide and seek and all. When they are taking a decision, on what basis we are taking a decision should be conveyed. That is a transparent organization. Responsible means you should be responsible for what decisions you take in life. You cannot say that my senior has told, that's why I signed this file after becoming IAS. You should be responsible for each decision you are taking in your life. Yes, that is when good governance will happen. Who is accountable? Accountable is a person who is answerable to the each decision he or she makes in his life. So based on some rules and laws only, they take the decisions. Now coming to this, so now tell me how these qualities will improve the trust. How social capital will improve trust? Will it improve or not? See, if you are having a very good bonding with the people around you, they will trust you or not. That is why they are coming for you and working for you. So it will improve the sense of trust. And they are able to share information. Can they share? What kind of information? Any good information which they want to alert the people. Yes, any awareness that can be done. Can it be socially included? Social inclusion, will it provide? All marginalized communities can be included here. If they are staying as a group together, every kind of sections, all will participate, and it will improve the accountability. Why accountability? Because they will be very transparent to the people with their functioning, and all this will improve the governance of the system. Is it clear? Are you getting it? Yes. So section A with this is complete, and tomorrow we will have case studies. Case studies is approach is bit different. As I said in the introduction only, case studies need to have a proper structure which is different from GS paper 1, 2 and 3 answers. Clear? So case study question itself will look like this only. Question itself, is it lengthy or not? Yes, and each case study will carry roughly around 20 marks. So you will be getting 6 case studies. So this is the area where you can answer very easily. What I wanted you to do is go home today. I will share the PPT, go through this PPT, especially the case studies, read the case studies on once and then come for tomorrow's class for discussion. Is it fine? So that is when actually you will be in a situation to participate in the real dilemma, or else you will not understand the dilemma, what they are facing. Clear? Can you do that? Yes, so that we will come out with how to write better case studies. This is a very crucial area. Many aspirants, they find problem in writing case studies. But if you could learn it very easily, then you can get very easily like above 100 marks in GS paper. That is what we are targeting. Yes, you can. In the past, UPSC toppers have got up to 150, 160 also in ethics paper. You also have the every scope to get, provided if you understand the ethical dilemmas correctly and you are practical with your case study solutions. Clear? So we'll do that tomorrow. Yes? Any doubts you have? No? Huh? Sir, we are tired, sir. Leave, sir. Huh? You have written test also, no, today? Huh? No. No. How many of you wrote? Which test? Morning test. Evening batch students did not have a morning batch students only. Okay. So go and revise all this what we have discussed, because ethics is like that only. Go and revise our various terminologies we have discussed. Try to learn it and try to write this meaning of this terminology definitions in your own word. Only for some syllabus oriented terminologies are there, no, that you can try to memorize in simple line. That also we encourage students to come and write it in their own words, so that it will convey to the examiner very clearly that you are unique in your approach and you are simple and you are able to understand the concept. Fine. So we'll meet tomorrow then. Thank you.